What is this? Another mid-month patch? Oh, that smells delicious. Whatever could be coming. Whew. That was hotness right there is what that was. That was hot. Love it. Feeling very angry lately. I love angry music. Check out. Wooka wooka. Get it, get it. Yeah! Oh man, I'm sweating almost as much as like when I'm watching Cops. Whew. That was crazy. You guys want to hear something really cool? You know what this is? It's a ghost. Let's go! Good evening, everybody. Welcome. What's going on, everybody? You all excited for another mid-month patch part 2? You excited for it? Are you excited? You excited? Bruh. Bruh. Good evening, everybody. Hello. Good evening, everybody. What's going on? Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the show. Welcome. How you doing? How you doing? Striker says good tunes tonight. I know. I'm feeling like this. I've been listening to this for like a week. I'm loving it. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the show. I'm UltimatDJz. Welcome into Twitching Track. We got stuff for you tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about the mid-month patch notes and maybe leaks. I don't know. Could be leaks. And it is a bonus stream. It's the Lost Show. And it's a bonus stream tonight. So we're going to go ahead and knock that down one. There it goes. Fantastic. Tarpy, we're working off the debt. Working off the debt. I like it.
Now.
For now. For now. It's Patuary. Good evening, Tarpy. How are you? Welcome in. What's
Hi.
up? Hi.
You know.
You know.
I'm just hacking.
I didn't do any of that tonight. As a matter of fact, I got off work. Today was crazy at work.
Yeah.
Today was crazy at work.
Yeah, good way or bad way?
I mean, I'm not going to call it.
Or just a way?
It was just a thing. It was a way. Here's
Okay.
the thing about work today is I was neck deep in. I think I told you guys I've been working on this accounting project. And I'm just going to tell you a funny story. Okay, I'm going to tell you a funny story. Can I tell you a funny story? I'm going to tell you a funny story.
Sure.
I discovered here about a week ago. Tarpy, you know how to balance a checkbook, I'm sure, right? Chat, you guys know how to balance a checkbook?
No.
Wait, what?
I mean, I know how, but do I? No.
You guys don't balance your checkbook? I balance my checkbook.
Strider does. Does that surprise you?
No. No, it doesn't.
Between the two of us.
It doesn't, because you're supposed to balance your checkbook. Okay? Now, Tony Pie says, what's a checkbook? Here's the deal. What happened to my chair? Here's the deal. Okay? You don't need a check. You don't need to use checks to balance a checkbook. Okay? Every time you swipe your card, you're supposed to write it down. Right? You write it down, or you keep the receipt, you write it down. That way you know how much money you've got. Right? No, Alpaca. If you don't have checks, you don't need a checkbook, he says. No, you still, okay, fine. You need to balance your register. Huh? You got to balance your register? You do that, right? Now, if I just had to ask the general question in chat, how many transactions, for those of you who do balance your register, how many transactions do you have to go through in a month? I'd say in my personal account, I'd say it's somewhere probably between 75 and 100, right? Between 75 and 100, and I go through and Webster says 110. Okay, lots of transactions. You got to balance the account. That's right. I probably have between 75 and 100 a month. All right, and that's, all my bills and paying off, and I've got extra stuff out here and all that stuff. Now, Grouchy Outlaw says Rocket Money tracks that for me. That's great, but you know what that means? That means you're balancing your register. Okay? That's right, Strider. A different Strider, Strider Jr. Reconciling is the term. That's the term. You reconcile your bank account. I found out a few days ago that my dealership hasn't balanced our checkbook since January of 2025.
That's
now
a year.
Yeah. And now here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. Okay. That's scary AF. Okay. Because that means you got no idea what's in, what's out, what's coming, what's going. Right? Yeah, we are 100% ready for an audit. Ready, okay?
So who's the finance person at the dealership?
Well, I mean, I do some of those responsibilities. But that's not my responsibility. Anyway, listen. Anyway, listen. Okay? So I've started the project. Yeah, that. And for the dealership, it's not 75 to 100 transactions. It's probably closer to like 2,500. All right? Algrima says that's really bad for business. I mean, I tend to agree. All right? So we're going through, we're getting ready to close out our books for 2025. And someone's like, hey, has anybody updated the balance sheet? I'm like, what do you mean updated the balance sheet? Like, that should be updated like every week, every month at worst. But I mean, the balance sheet should be updated every month, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, UltimatDJz, PhD. That's what they call me.
Sure.
Well, UltimatDJz, it looks like our last balance sheet was from December 31st, 2024. I'm sorry, what? What did you say? That didn't sound right. Could you repeat yourself for me? What? December 31st, 2024. As a matter of fact, the last time that we closed the books. The last time we closed the year was the last time they did that.
It sounds like the last time they opened the books was then too.
So
like just ignored the whole thing.
So that is what I've been working on for the last week. And now I will admit I am slightly impressed with myself. Okay. Chris, that's just it. How do we do the taxes? What are you talking about? You like quarterly taxes?
Last year's taxes?
Last year's taxes, we did last year's taxes because we balanced the books as of December 24 or December of 24.
Oh, because you're doing the 25 taxes now.
I'm working on 25 taxes now. Now, May
Enjoy
says
that.
I'm going to be working on that for months. Well, here's the deal. It's not going to be months, but it's definitely going to be weeks. I have spent the last week or so working on it, and I'm already through April. All right. Forgotten Sex says nowhere near that story should you be proud. I'm not proud of it. I'm sharing a story. It's not a big deal. And so I'm balancing the checkbook. Now I am slightly proud of myself because I'm already through almost 4 months. I got into April today and I stopped halfway through because it was 5 o'clock. It was time to go get Oliver. So I'm through April, and listen, I've only found like 380 transactions that can't be reconciled. It's not a big deal. Now,
only
Zach says, let Maya do it. What could go wrong?
You did, didn't you?
I mean, yeah. Why wouldn't I? Now,
do you want the list of reasons alphabetically?
Well, now here's the deal. All right. First of all, I know how to balance a checkbook. So here's the complicated piece. All right. And by the way, that's what's really funny. So Mrs. Boss was actually in the office today, and she was like, "Oh, you're using AI to help you with the balance sheet." I said, "I sure am." Hey, Maya, can you spell strawberry for me? You want to talk about instilling confidence, okay? You want to talk about instilling confidence in Mrs. Boss. She was horrified when I asked how many R's there were in strawberry. Now, right before that, I asked her some really complicated questions, to which she all answered greatly. Maya's brilliant. Then I had to just... I had to put a nail in my own coffin by asking Maya how many R's there were in strawberry. Mrs. Boss looks at me and says, just like this. You ready? You're using this to balance my checkbook. Yep, everything's going to be fine. What are you worried about? It's going to be great. Now, it's actually not that big of a deal. I know how to balance a checkbook. Here's what I needed help with. All right, and I'm gonna throw this out here. This is what I needed help with, and for any of you who have ever done books for a big company, you're gonna know exactly what I'm saying right now. When we have a transaction, a deposit come into the bank, that's great. We like that. Yay, money. The problem then is when you go over here and you go to record the journal entry.
How many R's in IRS?
How many R's in IRS? I'll ask her tomorrow. That'll be fine. Then, so I go in, and the reason that I'm having so many transactions that are not reconciling is because I found out that when we enter a journal entry, we're just entering like one massive blobby journal entry, not one that matches the bank statement, right? So if $75,000 comes into the bank statement or comes into the bank account, I had 30 transactions that will all come to a sum of $75,000. That's really, really hard to do. That's really hard to reconcile. Fortunately, Maya was on the job. Good job, Maya. Yeah, so those of you who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. Now, Benny Hill says, people be skimming. No, everything was clean. The problem is, and crazy enough, what I'm really happy about, given the fact that we haven't bounced the checkbook in a year, is that those 330 some transactions that I haven't been able to reconcile, the debits and the credits are actually within like $300 of each other. I just can't make them match. So when I'm trying to go through the schedule and I'm trying to clear out, I'm looking at like 20 transactions on this side to 2 transactions on this side, and I'm trying to make them balance. That's been my challenge. That's right, Risk Breaker. You've got it. They're entering entries into the journal for a week, or in some cases, a month, instead of for the day.
Question.
My office manager My office manager takes all of the credit cards and makes one journal entry at the end of the month based on the credit card statement.
Oh, no.
She said that's the only way that you can accurately record the fees.
That's messed up.
So, I have a question.
So, if you can imagine how many people come into my service department and swipe a credit card.
I think I bought this.
And hey, I've got one journal entry for all that. One for the whole month. So that is what I have been digging through. And I'm already through April. I don't need a financial coach, Strider. I got this. Hey, Tarpy.
I'm just shocked here.
Hey, listen, we're small town business.
Not even this bad.
Rural America, small business. Not everybody has a fleet of accountants and legal experts and CPAs on their payroll.
So
we make do with what we got.
How are you preventing having to do this next February again?
Oh, well, you can rest assured.
Or are you?
So you can rest assured that I am doing the reconciliation, sadly, not in my very comfortable, cushy office with my Secret Labs desk and my 5 monitors, okay? That's not where I'm doing it. I'm doing it...
You're doing it on a cruise?
In the back office. I'm doing it in the back office on a computer with 1 monitor because I'm doing it in the same office as the bookkeeper, and I'm like, okay, so do you see this? You see this? This is why we can't do this. This is why we can't do it this way, so we're going to try to do it this way. Now, here's the problem. The problem with that is I still have to dig through the rest of 2025 before the corrections go into place. Oh, God.
Wait. So the longer it takes you to fix or work through all of 2025's books, you can't tell them to do the same thing they did.
I am. But, I mean, it's already February of 26, which means I've got from April all the way through February 16th of 2026 to still go through and dig it out the wrong way. But they're going to do it the right way now.
Oh, good. So you're not having... So future DJs is not going to hate February 2026 DJs in a year.
That's very possible.
For that.
It's very possible. I might be doing this all wrong. Okay? I don't know. I could be doing this completely wrong. I might be doing this completely wrong. I listen, when I actually get the books done and I send it over to the tax people, because we don't do our taxes in-house, I'll send it over to the tax people. They're going to be like, what the hell is this? That could happen. I don't know. All right? Whisker, so you know what's funny about that, Whisker? We didn't have... But don't open it, then later I can claim ignorance, right? Not ignorant. We didn't have this same conversation last year. Oh, wait, we did, except it wasn't for the dealership. It was for Talking Trek. Do you remember this? We did have this exact same conversation, but it was for Talking Trek, okay? Well, guess what? For the 2025 tax year, my taxes are done. I did keep up with it every single month. I kept all my records and my receipts and my spreadsheets. I did it exactly like you guys told me to do. And I have already, I bet you I am in the top, unlike STFC content creators, I bet you I'm in the top 1% of Twitch streamers who have actually already finished their taxes. Everybody in the Twitch world hates doing their taxes because they always end up paying. I've already filed my taxes. I did have to pay, but only a little bit because I've been paying throughout the year. Fun Daddy says I don't believe it. Well, believe it, buddy. Believe it.
You okay over there?
That's awesome. So I've already done all my taxes for Talking Trek. Oh, Forgotten Sex says, how does the bookkeeper do quarterly financial projections? I'm number one.
Oh, goodness.
Projections?
Don't
Buddy,
ask
we're just
questions you don't want the answers.
we're just there to sell cars. Okay, projections. We don't need projections. We're just there to sell cars. Okay?
Okay.
So anyway, that's what I've been working on. And honest to God, today, the last couple of days, I've just been kind of getting my feet under me because, I mean, we're talking thousands upon thousands upon thousands of transactions. And I was trying to figure out a way using Excel and queries and merges and reconciliation tools how to dig through some of this without having to look at every single one. And today, I felt like I finally got my process. Today, I felt like I finally kind of got my process laid out. So then I started January, February, March, and got into April, and it's going well. But I told Mrs. Boss, this isn't going to get done before I leave. Wednesday, 2 p.m., I'm out. It's not going to get done before I leave. She told me, she was like, I guess you ain't going on that cruise. I'm like, I guess you crazy. Because it's not going to get done. I told her, I said, it'll get done around the middle of March. So you're just going to have to hang on till then. All right? He's going to have to hang on till then. Now, here's the thing, for Forgotten Sec. And I'm sure that some of you guys are going to know this. Taxes have nothing to do with balancing a checkbook. Okay, absolutely nothing. We can have sales reports and we can pay our quarterly taxes. Has absolutely nothing to do with the balance sheet. Zero to do with the balance sheet. I know what our taxes are. We've paid our taxes, all that stuff. They have nothing to do with one another. All right? They've been doing their taxes every quarter, every month, doing all the stuff. They've been doing that fine. But has nothing to do with the balance sheet. The balance sheet itself hasn't been done. So that's what I've been working on for the last few days. But I feel like I'm finally at a place. I feel like I'm finally at a place where Iron Chef says, were you able to take the new $25,000 deduction for digital content creators? Huh?
For your taxes. Itemized deductions.
My TurboTax representative didn't tell me about that. Andy says, don't you have accountants to do this? No, we don't. We have a tax professional. We send everything to at the end of the year. But no, not I. The office staff is responsible for keeping up with this stuff. No, you know what, Iron Chef? Yes. Okay, so I did see the no tax on tips thing. I'm pretty sure I'm not eligible. And that is sadly because, no, I actually have a tax consultant. When I say my taxes are done, I'm saying I've got everything turned in. So it's with my tax guy. He's going to get it done. And then actually, he told me he was going to get it done while I was on the cruise. So here's the problem, Chef. And I would imagine that you're probably in a similar boat. It's not going to have a great deal of impact on me because I have a day job. Hey, Maya, tell me, do I have to pay taxes as a content creator this year? Let's just see what she says. It's probably not going to work for me, Chef, because I've got a day job. So if I earn money from Twitch in 2025, it is indeed taxable. Yes, I'll get the 1099s. I'm considered self-employed. The good news is we've got deductions. All right, so we've got all of our line item stuff. There is literally nothing in here about a $25,000 deduction. I don't see it in here. Well, I will ask about it, though. I'll ask about it. Sydney says, how do I send you a message on Discord? It's super easy. Just hop over on the Discord and look for lag. Actually, I think I changed my name. I think it's Echo Broke the Game right now.
Yes.
Balabomb says, great solution. Quit your day job. No, I can't leave Mrs. Boss. I can't leave Mrs. Boss. Can't do it. Gonna have to fix stuff first. Okay. Can tips be let's see. Are my tips taxed as a content creator? My tips are absolutely taxable as a content creator. Yep, there you go. Now, obviously, I'm not going to take tax advice from Maya. I'll ask the accountant. We'll figure it out. Zach says $25,000 deduction for content creators as part of the no tax on tips provision, allowing creators to deduct up to $25,000 annually in qualified tips from their federal income taxes. This, which applies to digital content creators, helps reduce taxable income for qualifying individuals. So let me ask, is it a standard deduction? Because if it's a standard deduction, then I'm better line iteming. All right? Because my line items for me this past year were over $100,000. So if that's the case, I would not take a standard deduction. I line item, and you can't do both. Now, if it's just a straight up $25,000 like deduction and not a standard deduction, then I might be able to take it. But I line item everything anyway, so I don't know that I'll be eligible for that. I just broke something. Oh, anywho, I'm not here to talk about taxes tonight. I just wanted to tell you a funny story about why my brain was mush, and then when I got home, I took a nap, and I started streaming later than I expected because I had to rest my brain. My brain was absolutely crazy. Let's jump into the game, everybody. What's up? Let's take a look at this announcement we got today. Matt Hatter says, if your deductions are greater than your earnings for 3 years or more, it's considered a hobby. No, they're not. No, I've actually made money. I say I've made money. I've had to claim income. I've had to claim income almost every single year because I don't keep good enough records. So no, I pay taxes every single year. The show's too big. I can't skirt around it. I can't skirt around it. I've tried. Ugh. But anyway, I had to come home and take a nap because I was balancing checkbooks all day. I probably reconciled, I'm not kidding you, I probably reconciled 20,000 transactions today. So when I say it that way, Tarpy, having like 380 that I can't reconcile is actually not that bad. But it still makes my eyes
pretty bad.
It still makes my eye twitch. And what it is, it's things like that I discovered today, like all the credit cards going in at once. Because the credit card batch will close every day. I was like, at least do it daily. Like, if you want to put all the credit cards for the day on one transaction, that's fine. Do that. All right? But basically, the top line of the journal entry needs to match the bank deposit. Oh, God. It just... So, and here's another one. For some reason, and I don't know why, but for some reason, and I know a lot of companies do this. To be honest with you, I don't know what the answer is for this. I don't know why they do this, but it's just the way it's been ever since I got there. But we have a separate payroll account than our general fund. So when we do payroll, we transfer money. Many businesses do this. This is a very normal thing. Except when we transfer money in, we do it as a lump sum. Like, who's going to sit there and do, 15 different transfers? You just add them all up and you do the one transfer. Well, the way that we entered the journal entry was a transfer per paycheck. We got 89 people on the payroll. So that means for one transfer out of our general fund into the payroll account, I've got 89 entries over on this side. Forgotten Sex says it's fraud. Many businesses do it. Here's the thing. I don't think there's anything fraudulent about it, but I don't understand why we do it. My only thinking is they want to keep our account number out of the hands of the public. I'm not entirely sure. Like, if you got a payroll account, then it's got a different account number, right? So it's not easy for anybody just to do an ACH transfer. I honestly don't know why they do it. But yeah, risk breaker. When we post payroll, it posts all the payroll. But then we move one lump sum. So again, 89, and we don't pay everybody on every single pay cycle. So, we might pay 30 or 40 people in one pay cycle. But again, like they're all individual transactions on one side and one transaction on this side. And they're going to make them all match. Now, fortunately, payroll's labeled really easy. So that one's not actually that big of a deal. You know what's a really big deal? Oh, God, I hated this one, Risk Breaker. And then I'm going to stop talking about audits. Here's the one that I hated. I have a renewed hate for business credit cards. Because several people in my dealership have a company card. So when they swipe the card, that's fine. That's fine. Not a big deal. But then when we do the journal entry at the end of the month to pay off the credit card, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? There's one entry. Just one entry for the entire credit card bill. On this side. On this side, there's 100 entries because at least, thank God, at least they are breaking it down so our expenses are correct. So they'll break down, like if my credit card bill is $5,000, they'll be like, okay, $1,000 was for internet and $1,000 was for phone and $600 was for this job and $1,200 was for this transaction and all this. But again, they're doing them individually. So they're writing journal entries for literally every single individual transaction. And I told them, I said, listen, no. I want, from now on, I want one journal entry for one bank transaction. That's it. I want one journal entry per bank transaction. If there's a deposit of $130,000, but it's from 5 different banks, I want one journal entry over here with 5 deposits listed in it. Journal entries are the devil, says Retrieving. Here's the thing. They should be easy. They should be easy. Retrieving says journal entries should only be used for corrections. No, not really. Not the way that we do a lot of stuff. I mean, for example, I'm not going to post a bill and then pay a bill. It's different than QuickBooks. So we rely heavily on journal entries. But so we have journal entries, but now we also have what you're referring to is an adjustment. All right. Now, adjustments are a nightmare. Just guess how many adjustment entries there are in one single month. Go ahead and guess. If I've got 7,000, 7,500 transactions, guess how many of them were adjustment entries? That's what you're talking about. 3? You think 3? You think way too highly. You think way too highly of our skills. Retrieving says 67, somewhere in there, somewhere around 67. No, January had like 180. 180 adjustments. So journal entries are the right way for us to do it, but we have journal entries and then we have adjustment entries. The adjustments are the bad news bears. Whew. Man, let me tell you, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. So my brain is mush. It's going to be mush. I can't wait for vacation, Tarpy. Can't wait for vacation. But
I can't imagine why.
The project's not going to be done. So when I get back after a vacation, then I get to go straight back into this. Andy says, if you say you have leaks, can we talk about STFC? I was talking about taxes.
Leaky taxes.
I was talking about taxes. All right. Oh. Re-education on the horizon. How did I get voluntold into doing this? Dude, Zach. Because she knows she can. She knows she can. She says, UltimatDJz of UltimatDJzplays.com. I need your help. Something's wrong. And I'm like, of course, I'll look at it. Of course, I'll look at it. But yeah, it's a mess. It could also be because there's still at least half a pound of feathers kind of floating around in the ceiling of the dealership service department. Hang on one second. Okay, sorry about that. Oliver called. All right, anyway. So, let me get caught up on chat here real quick. Tarpy, that's funny. Benny Hill's Ghost has my latest employment photograph. It'll be live on the website here very soon. Thank you. Thank you for that, Benny Hill's Ghost. You and your AI. You're crazy.
He's really good at it.
Wristbreaker says, I remember you talking about this last year for work. No, because I didn't do it last year for work. I didn't do it. Remember, the balance sheet was done December 31st of 24, so there wasn't anything for me to get involved in. Everything was nice and clean. I mean, I might have done end-of-year stuff, but I didn't have to go back and do all this. This is going to be a rough couple of weeks. But anyway, sorry for starting later than expected tonight. That was the reason. I did do it for Talking Trek, and Talking Trek is fine. So anyway, Joe says, hey, speaking of AI, whatever happened to the Drippy Biddle? I still have it. You want me to play it? I'd be happy to. Give me a sec.
No.
No, you know what?
You don't have to.
Chat asked for it.
No, it's okay.
No, chat asked for it. It's fine.
No, they asked to make sure it was gone.
No, I don't think that's why they asked why it was gone. They asked if it was still a thing. Of course it still is a thing. Vic,
why are you still be a thing?
Why are you hitting me, Vic? Why? What did I do? I didn't do anything wrong.
It really doesn't need to be a thing. You know?
I didn't do anything wrong. Where'd Potato go? There's Potato. Everything's fine.
No, you don't.
Everything's fine.
You don't have to. No.
I know. Why? I know I don't have to. I was just going to, for the people.
Don't worry, everyone. I will make sure that is gone off of his computer by the end of the cruise.
How are you going to do that? It's on the studio computer.
Dang it.
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to pull that one off.
I'll get Oliver to do it.
Yeah. Okay. We'll talk about that.
The Drippy Biddle.
Get
ready to drip.
Get ready to drip.
Get ready to biddle.
Get ready to biddle.
When I say drip,
Wristbreaker's like, be right back. You know what? I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys hate this just for the sake of hating it.
Streaming right now.
I think you hate it for the sake of hating it. All right. I think actually a lot of you guys are actually in love with this. Okay.
Hey, look, Jason V-Neck's streaming.
Joe says, I'm sorry, everyone. I regretted it as soon as I said it. Bender, why are you slapping me? Come on, bro. Vic is slicing me. Okay, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Restrucy says, I wonder what Jason V-Neck is doing. Duder says, I'm here for the drip. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Anywho, all right. Scopely makes an announcement today, everybody. We got a very rare, mostly unheard of, second mid-month patch coming up this coming Wednesday. Not Tuesday, but Wednesday. And in this update, they're going to be addressing performance and stability, scoring lag and stability. See, even their own announcement has lag. Incorrect V'ger hostile spawning, a.k.a. we looked at a calendar. The V'ger hostile spawn rate. Systems may still experience delays in hostile respawns. We're actively investigating this issue. Not that we have an answer, but that we're investigating. The Dauntless. We're working to ensure the remaining issues are fully captured and addressed. Additional improvements, Tarpy. Plan for the future. By the way, when we're looking at this, I want everyone to be sure that they know they're not fixing the Dauntless this time. Okay? They're not fixing the Dauntless.
They're thinking about it.
They're thinking about fixing the Dauntless. Kirshara. When was the last time you heard about this one? Kirshara, we're reviewing reports and have an additional fixed plan in an upcoming release. Cheers, chat. Outpost, aware of the issues raised last week and work is in progress. Now, I will admittedly say, I haven't actually experienced a problem with Outpost. I know a lot of you did. I have not seen an issue with Outpost. That's not been a thing for me. So I haven't seen that one. In other words, what we're seeing on Wednesday morning in update 87.2 is potentially updates in performance, stability, scoring, and lag. Now, here's the deal. Here's the dealio. What's the dealio? Here's the dealio. Okay? I am going to claim victory, Tarpy. Look at me. Look at me, chat. Look at me, chat. Listen to the words. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. I was right. I'm number one. I am number one. Thank you, Strata. It was me. I was right. They're launching a new client to fix the client they've been foobarred all month long. We are getting no... Actually, I can't say that. The updates that they have given you in the patch notes are about performance, stability, scoring, and lag, which are all 4 items that we directly correlated to a crap client. Okay? Now, I would be remiss. Tarpy, if I did not say to the people that there may actually be something else in this patch that you guys don't know about.
What?
There is probably
what?
Something coming, and I mean, probably, maybe, sort of. I don't know, kind of. There could be something coming in this patch. I mean, when have we ever known Scopely to issue a second mid-month patch? I'm pretty sure if I go back to all of my notes, I'm pretty sure I've seen it once or twice ever. Okay? Once or twice ever. So, for the fact that they're releasing a new client that will address scoring, lag, stability, and propulsion, or whatever the 4 things I said a second ago. Whatever those 4 things were. Let me go back. What was the announcement? I'm going to go back and read it again. Performance, stability,
EALS.
scoring, and lag.
Yeah.
Performance, stability, scoring, lag. Everybody say it with me. Performance, stability, scoring, lag. Come on, we can do this. Performance, stability, scoring, lag. That's what they're going to be fixing. They're going to be doing it.
What? What was that?
Those were human hands. Human body parts being flung at me.
Oh, gosh. Chris
Tracy says it to DJs. What are you talking about? It was just a simple hand job. Not exactly sure what you're worried about.
There's so many hands.
Ice Wolf, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Performance, stability, scoring, and lag. That's what they're going to be fixing in this patch. But there will indeed be something else.
Terrifying.
There will indeed be something else. Okay?
But. Uh-oh.
Now, I'm going to invite you to listen to the podcast show where I said, and I quote, the entire show is a leak. Just in case anybody doesn't remember what that show was. I'm going to provide you a link to the episode so that you can go back and listen and boost up those listening numbers. Where was it? Where was it?
Wait.
Jules, where is it?
Wasn't that last Tuesday?
Was it Tuesday?
Or no, it was last Thursday.
It was Monday.
Yeah, it was one of the not a normal podcast.
I think it was Monday, February the 2nd. I think it was Monday, February the 2nd.
2 weeks ago? Seriously?
I think so.
Okay.
Oh, might have been Friday, January 23rd. I don't know. That says checklist for interim and what to look to for February. I don't remember. I don't remember what show it was.
No, it was like Jules Has Leaks or something was the name of the title.
Kitty. I don't remember what show it was. I'm going to go with, I don't think it was bad math, bad design, bad dailies, bad launch. I don't think that's what it was.
No.
I'm going to go with
February 10th.
No, I thought we did it in a podcast.
It was on Tuesday because Jules couldn't make it on Thursday.
Well, that would have to be Monday, February the 2nd? No, that doesn't look right either.
10th.
I don't have a podcast on here from the 10th.
Well, I know, but the show that we did it on was the 10th. I'm just going through your old announcements of.
Hi, Beck. Oh, there's a hype train.
DJz.
Wow,
Remember to remind the chat about what's coming in the client update.
Performance. Stability.
Scoring.
Lag. Performance. Stability.
Scoring. Lag.
Very well done. Thank you.
Stability. Scoring.
Lag. Thank you. You're the best, Beck. Papa Smurf, thank you for your 100 kitty bitties. Appreciate that very much. And a hype train has begun. So anyway, there's all that stuff. I don't remember what episode it was.
Oh my God, no.
Thank you, Bender.
It's stuck in my head.
Thank you, Bender the robot. Appreciate that.
Here we go.
Thank you for throwing money my way. I appreciate that. That's crazy. So anyway, that's what you got going on. Now, we did a show. I can't obviously find the date now. I wanted to give you the date.
February 10th.
February. Thank you for the hippopotamus.
The exact exchange
and a sticker party. Okay.
In this ritual, this very important.
Okay, stickers are free. Stickers are free. Get it out of the way. All the stickies. Do the stickies. Get the stickies out of your system. Go.
Dares, the sinister triple dog dare.
I triple dog dare you.
Now it was serious.
I triple dog dare you.
All right, Tarpy, you're right. Is that a Christmas song?
It must be Italian.
Pretty sure it's a Christmas song.
Still. Why did you post a YouTube link in your chat?
That is the YouTube link of the video show. Apparently, it was a YouTube show and not a podcast, I guess.
It was a Twitch stream, so yeah.
Anyway, there is the link. That's the show you need to go back and listen to, okay? Go. That's the show you need to go back and listen to, because I did, in fact, tell everybody. I told everybody that that entire show was a leak. All right? Now, obviously, I can't tell you about what's happening. I am apparently being raided right now. Holy smokes. How long have I been raided for? It was Jonathan Ingram. He got 7 scoops off of me. That's rude. It was rude.
You caught that pretty early.
I did. Well, it was because of the sticker party. Jonathan Ingram, thanks you, chat. All right. How is that happening through a shield? Well, let me tell you how. I'll tell you about how that works. All right. Anyway, yeah, that's going to be a short one. He'll still post it.
I think I know what music he's using this time too. For this one today.
Which one is he using now?
Mm-hmm. It's the same music, just what theme?
All right. Pog said
it's
a 3-hour video. Where are we looking? Well, I mean, I don't know.
That's the last one.
It took me forever to even find it, man. Look at is there timestamps in it? Are there at least timestamps in it? Yo, Corellius, thank you for dropping 5 gifted. Now let me tell you what you just did, Corellius. Corellius just ordered, just not only got us closer to spinning the go wheel again, but he also earned 10 tickets. And we haven't talked about this. He earned 10 tickets in the contest to name the backpack. All right, that is still going on. It's going on through March 31st, so he just got 10 tickets to enter the contest to name the backpack, and we're in a level 2. So thank you, Cornelius. Appreciate you dropping a 5-bomb. You're a legend. Thank you. Louis P., thank you for the 42-month resub. Appreciate that. Iron Chef, thank you for the bits. Papa Smurf for the bits. JYT with the 14-month resub. Burton with the 20-month resub. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Polar Bear says, name the backpack Kick Me. Well, it'll be whatever you guys name it. It's going to be embroidered. It'll be embroidered on the backpack and put on. One of the things that I wanted to talk about tonight, if we get to it, we're going to talk a little bit about STFC. One of the things that I wanted to do, Tarpy, was actually talk a little bit about our schedule while we're on the cruise. And I figured we would let the people help us with this tonight because I have ideas. So I've got a couple of ideas, and I figured I would let the audience help tonight because, hey, we're going to be in a foreign country, and we're going to have our Starlinks, and our IRL backpack works anywhere in the world. So I was thinking, for the first time in my 3 years of Star Trek cruises, that I might actually get off the boat.
Whoa!
Yeah, crazy.
What now?
Crazy. I might actually get off the boat. And if we do get off the boat, obviously, we're going to stream it. Okay? IRL stream from Puerto Playa. All right? It's going to be fantastic. Are NDAs still valid in international waters? I believe so, yes. The good news is...
the boat, yes. Because the boat would be the U.S.
Yo, Mini Shaman, thank you for the resub. Now, here's the deal. Yes, my NDA will still be good in a country. Burton, I've already looked up all of our locations. We are good to use our backpack. We are good to use Starlink and our backpack in the 2 destinations that we're going to be using. All right? So, I might actually get off the boat. All right?
Who are you?
I know, crazy. Well, I want to use the backpack. That's right. It is an opportunity, Waffly, for a field trip. So, I don't know how many of you guys going on the cruise already have excursion plans, but we're going to kind of plan an excursion of our own and go explore, and we're going to live stream it. And there will be many daily goals involved for you guys to see shenanigans in a foreign country. Most specifically those of Jules Verne, Torpedo, and Strider Proudfoot. Yes. We'll talk about that later. Anywho, Tarpy's like, Strider, what's he talking about? Did he talk to you about this? No, I don't know what he's talking about. It'll be fine. Don't worry about a thing, guys.
So, yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, Putz doesn't know either. You know what? That's right. I got to put Putz in on this, too. Putz and Mrs. Putz. Yeah, listen, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Okay? There might or might not be a mini daily redeem for Tarpy to enjoy a local beverage or for Putz to eat something that he found on the sidewalk. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay? It's going to be a good time. Are the 20 shirts going to make it in time? You know, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Okay? I would say I'm scared that they won't. The good news is the one package said that it wasn't going to show up until the 18th, and I got it today. So I am just hoping and praying that the 20 T-shirts are going to show up. I don't know. So anyway, guys, we got 30 seconds left in a level 2 hype train. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Samo, I know. I am hoping they show up. There was a shipping delay. I don't know what's going to happen. Berlin says, what are the odds DJ misses getting back on the ship? Listen, I'm not going to miss getting back on the ship. I have been on many cruises and gotten off the ship. Okay? It'll be fine. Besides, Thumbelina's going to be there to make sure I get back on the ship. All right? As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure Thumbelina and Bearbutt are probably going to be the ringleaders of this IRL stream. All right? So it's going to be a lot of fun. But I've got some goals for you guys. We're going to work on those a little bit later tonight after I get done playing the game. All right. Major Samo's at the airport now. You're already taking off now. Guys, thank you for the hype train. Dang. Starting early. You got a lot longer to go, though. Did we get a ship notice tracking number for the shorts ordered? Yeah, there should be one in your email if you ordered one directly from the site. But what I will tell you is it looks like all orders have now been fulfilled. It's just going to be a matter of if they show up on time. But all the orders have been fulfilled now. So I just hope they show up on time. Anyway, so the podcast where we talked all about the leaks. I don't know that there's a whole lot more that I can really tell you guys. There is more content planned. We have been laying the groundwork for it for a couple of weeks. And that is absolutely coming on Wednesday, the same day as Alliance tournaments. So, just throwing that out there. Make it happen. Yeah, that's right. But I feel like to point that out would actually get me in much trouble. I believe. Wait, Alliance tournaments got moved to Friday? What? Well, that's bad news for me. Really? Did that happen? Where did you see that? I don't see that. I do not see that announcement. Alliance tournaments have been moved. I think you're messing with me. Did that actually? I don't see that announcement. They did not. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It's on the 18th. That is fake news. It's the 18th. Nelly says, if the client is being updated, will it break the mod? I don't think so. And I'll tell you why. I mean, to my knowledge, they're not working on player-facing stuff. This was all communication stuff. Hey, have you ever, Tarpy, been trying to watch something on the internet that you're not supposed to be watching? All right, maybe some inappropriate content, for example. And
I'm sorry, what?
And you connect to a VPN, right? But something's going on with the VPN server, and it just keeps bouncing, right? You can't log in. It just keeps bouncing off, and eventually it will stop trying to connect because it's got something called a timeout, right? It's got a timeout built into it. Like after so many failed attempts, it'll just quit, or after so long and it can't connect, it'll just quit. See, in the client, that actually broke. And when I say it broke, I mean they just turned it off. Probably on accident. So what was happening is the client just kept repeatedly hitting the servers. You want to know why the servers were lagging so bad for those of you who are actually in? That's because they were receiving approximately 900 to 1,000% more requests from clients because they weren't timing out. Okay? So, Jules says if it's that long, it usually connects. Well, it depends on the site that you're perusing, Jules. Some of them don't work all the time, okay? So when the client just kept hammering the server, that's what's been going on this entire arc. Okay, I've seen the logs, and by the way, Scopely hasn't told me this. I've seen the logs from our own engineers and can tell you that there is approximately 800% more data coming out of your client than what there was last month. 800% more requests, more pings to the server, all right, than what happened last month. You're right, Sec. They screwed the client up so bad that they DOS'd their own servers. Okay?
How?
By turning off the timeout. Okay? By turning off the timeout, meaning that your phone never stopped trying to connect with the servers. Never. Like, if it tries 5 times and it can't connect, then it'll stop and it'll move on and there's another request. You know, like when you open your inventory, right? You open your, or better, we know this from the Ripper days. Do you know that when you go to try to spend a speed up, right? When you go to use a speed up, that speed up actually calls an entirely new inventory refresh. not just of your speed ups, but an entirely new inventory refresh of your entire inventory library. This thing, right? Materials, other resources, speed ups, territory junk, all this stuff gets recalled every single time you use a speed up. Okay? Now, for the record, before anybody says, oh, that's why lag is so bad, let me clean my inventory, it has absolutely nothing to do with it. This isn't real stuff. It's all ones and zeros. It's a CSV, not even. It's a JSON file. Very, very teeny tiny, okay? Very teeny tiny, okay? Not a big deal. Super teeny tiny. Pulling the inventory actually uses a lot less bandwidth than you would expect, okay? It's not that big of a deal. We think it's a big deal. It's actually not. What's a bigger deal is if, for example, we go to spend that speed up, and for whatever reason at that particular moment, the server is unable to respond to our download request. Okay? How do you pronounce it? I've always called it a JSON file. I mean, I know that's probably not right. I'm not a computer science guy. I don't program. What's it actually called? Is it a JSON? JSON? I've always called it a JSON file. Is it not a JSON file? What do you guys call it? It is a JSON. JSON? Look, chat says JSON is right. I call it a JSON file. Okay? It's a JSON file. Anyway, JSON is the pronunciation. Thank you for goodness. I appreciate that very much, Jason. Y'all messing with me tonight. Quit messing with me. Anyway, the problem is not what is in the JSON file, because it's actually super teeny tiny. Okay? The problem is if it can't get an answer. Right? If it can't get an answer, then it'll try again. And it'll try again. And it'll try again. Most clients in the world have a timeout feature. Okay? SilverTab says, I'm a developer. We call them JSON files. Thank you, SilverTab. Also, if you're a developer, I'm sure that you've got some type of limiter, whether it is a number of attempts, a number of reconnects, or a timer, right? Almost every client software that is web-based out there has a timeout function, meaning they can't reach the servers. It's not going to keep pounding the servers. It's going to stop eventually. Except that was, for some reason, deactivated / disabled with the launch of 87.0 or 1 or whatever they're calling it, 87, patch 87. It was turned off. So you guys want to know why there was so much lag? EU, you want to know why there was so much lag? Because you guys were pounding your servers. I just wanted to say that. You were pounding it like there was no tomorrow. Okay.
What? No.
Huh? What?
Dude, you are making AutoMod have problems today.
It's not me.
You are going to break the AutoMod server.
Chat's getting modded tonight. All right? You guys, so the clients, you guys are hilarious. So the clients, that's what was happening. The clients were literally DOSing their own servers because there wasn't a timeout. There wasn't a disconnect. There wasn't a stop repeating. All right? There wasn't a stop trying after X failed attempts. It just kept going and 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 going. Now, here's the deal. Algorithm says, well, I'm pretty sure the servers are in US East. I'm sure that's the case. For some reason, EU felt it, right? Or EU was louder, but I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt,
You doing okay over there?
The US servers were also having pretty bad lag. Now, US has probably more servers. I don't know. Now, this is where I don't know. Okay, not a developer, not an engineer, not a hardware tech, not a server specialist. Don't know any of this stuff. All right. I'm going to imagine that it wasn't as bad for the US because there might be other servers or other routes or whatever. Okay. EU had it. US had it as well. We may not have had it as bad. I can't justifiably say that, yes or no. I don't know. But I know that I experienced it as well. And that's right, Polar Bear. Nothing new. We always have lag, except this week it was 800% worse. 800% worse. Because Scopely DOS themselves with their own client. Fun days. So, 87.1 comes out, and I say, thank God. Thank God, Torpedo. They're going to update the client, and they're going to fix that so that they stop DOSing themselves. Except, guess what happened? Guess what happened? They didn't! 87.1 came out.
I guess they're on my first try.
87.1 came out, and the client still wasn't fixed. So even though they said, hey, we're looking at lag and we're going to do this stuff and we're going to fix the lag and everything is going to be great, they didn't fix the client. So 87.1 came out, and what happened on Tuesday? The servers shit the bed again. So, me personally, I am glad that they are launching 87.2 to focus specifically, Torpedo, on what now, class? Performance, stability, scoring, and lag. Performance, stability, scoring, and lag. By the way, all four of which has everything to do with your client's ability to communicate with the server.
Oh.
Just throwing that out there. So
you're saying
if 87.2
my
comes
AC
out,
might actually update?
if 87.2 comes out, I swear to God, Scopely, if 87.2 comes out and there's not a client update, I'm gonna Hulk smash something. Okay, I will Hulk smash something.
Quality.
Thank you, Vic. All right, because it's in the client, and I've been telling them it's in the client since day 2 of this arc. And by the way, don't listen to me because I'm an idiot. I don't know these things. I'm not an engineer, okay? You're right not to trust me, but I've got a lot of people who are really good at what they do, okay? They're really good at what they do. Look at your own server logs. It's 800% higher. Fix the client. And if 87.2, and by the way, I have no reason to believe that it won't happen. If I'm just being honest with you,
this is so painful.
I have no reason to believe that it's not happening because let's look at this announcement closely, okay? Downtime, scheduled update. We've seen your reports about continued stability and disruption. Okay, we know this has been frustrating. We want to acknowledge what's been happening and what our teams are focused on. Scoring issue update. We identified an issue that caused incorrect scoring for players tied to a transaction processing problem. The fix has been deployed. We are monitoring as the system stabilizes.
Yay,
all right?
boy.
That happened today. If this again is, you know what? Maybe they did fix a little something in 87.1. Now, see, I don't know. If the problem was a scoring thing all along, that still requires the transmission of JSON files. If it was a scoring issue all along that they didn't fix in 87.1 and they do fix here, then it's going to be fixed. All right? And then, Voltron, you're right. We're going to get back to normal lag. All right? Not breaking terrible lag, but just normal lag. Okay? I mean, it's got to be an improvement, right? Ramscoop says game's been out for 7 years. No reason for these issues. I'm actually going to disagree with you, Ramscoop. All right. What I will agree with is that Scopely has to do better at troubleshooting, listening, okay, utilizing the experts they have around them. I say this with a great deal of respect, okay? I do not believe...
DJ.
What?
What is wrong with you?
Lots of things. I do not believe that anybody in any job should be so proud as to not listen to advice offered to them by friendly parties. Okay? I don't mean that they have to listen. I don't mean that they have to do. I don't even mean that, like, none of that. That is their prerogative. But we've said this a million times, Tarpy, and I still believe it firmly today. We are a community.
Oopsie.
Hey, we are a community of thousands upon thousands upon thousands of players. We all have our expertise. Some people have expertise in code development. Some people have expertise in crew management. Other people have expertise in the math and the spreadsheets and figuring out how interactions are going to work in this game. Okay? But from either, I'm going to say day 2 or day 3, reports were filed to Scopely that showed their server load being 800% higher because of a failure of the client to not time out. Okay? Why has it taken them 2 weeks to fix that? And that's what I'm really frustrated about. That's what I'm angry about. I'm not unforgiving of a bug happening. Ramscoop, bugs happen. I've always been in that camp for 7 years. Bugs are going to happen. They introduce new things. They have unexpected interactions. Things break. Listen, if you've ever been in software development, that happens. Heck, it's not just software development. Hell, my industry, the car business, all right? There's more computers in cars today than we've ever had before. It's unbelievable. In a Ford now, a well-equipped Ford, do you know that there's north of 80 computer modules in a Ford vehicle today? 80, Tarpy. And actually, I think, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure the number is like 87 computer modules, not like sensors or this or that, but actual controllers, modules that perform a function. Okay? 87 in a Ford vehicle today.
That sounds suspicious.
That's crazy.
Sounds like it should be 67.
Oopsie.
Hey, Michael Starr, thanks for the sub over on YouTube. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're right, Voltron. You're exactly right. That's why, like, the average person can't really work on today's vehicles anymore. They can't do it. Fisty, thank you for your 100 kitty bitties. Thank you. Mwah. Mwah. All right. So all that to say is there is always going to be stuff that breaks other stuff. All right. Ford is a perfect example of that right now. Ford is swimming in recalls. Now, I don't say that to make fun of them. I personally don't think that they're that big of a deal. All right. You know what they are? You know what 90% of Ford's recalls are? Software updates. Right? They're not safety related. They're software updates because they haven't figured out a way to reliably get them to download from the cloud yet. All right, which is crazy. All right. That's right, Kaviji. 87 computer monitors, computer modules, 2 to run the vehicle, and 85 to make sure nobody else can fix it. Love it. All right. Love it. All right. But these recalls, they're not for things like brake lines or transmissions falling out. It's software updates. All right. So I am very forgiving of a software-related industry. All right. I am very forgiving of Scopely experiencing a tech bug. What I am not as forgiving on, and I've said this a lot this month, you know what I'm not forgiving on? I'm not forgiving on the recurrence of the same bugs. Version control. I have been so angry about this, okay? Like, it's constant. For example, yesterday, Tarpy, we definitively proved on stream that the challenge track did not, in fact, auto-claim, even though it should have. And we were told that it would.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, it did work
last week.
That's right. It did work for several of you last week. Okay? Several of you reported that it did work last week. Guess what? I went to reassure you. This is what I joked with Scopely about this morning. I said, I went in to reassure people that you had fixed it, and I intentionally stayed on the air for an extra hour just to show that it would work, and it broke. Okay? Version control. Absolutely no excuse for it. None. Zero. It angers me. It angers the consumer. It angers your customers. This is simple stuff. Quit breaking the same thing over. I get that you break stuff. That happens. We're all getting our feet muddy. We're all trying to jam new code into a client that's 7 years old. How many of you guys work in the technology industry and know that 7-year-old code is pretty damn old? Okay? I mean, it's old. Listen, technology changes faster than that. 7-year-old code is old. All right? Ice Wolf calls it brittle. Absolutely. This game is built on a hope and a prayer these days. So I understand how things can break. I'm totally fine with that. Stop breaking them. Stop breaking the same thing 5 times. That is not old. Sorry, stroke. That is not forgivable to me. Okay? That is not a difficult thing to avoid. Stop breaking the same things over and over again because we know. Listen, we're not dumb. We know it's version control. We know person A ain't talking to person B.
That's messed up.
And then when person A fixes a bug and person B is working on the next client, they don't pull person A's code over. It's obvious as the day is long. Fix it. That is a fundamental communication problem. Fix it. And it's so easy. That is an easy fix.
Yay, bugs.
You would fix easily. Tell me I'm wrong, community. You would fix 50% of your negative sentiment turned right the F around if you would just simply introduce a bug one time, fix it quickly, and let us never see it again. Tarpy, tell me I'm wrong. If we saw a bug, then we saw a fix in 7 to 10 days and never saw that bug again, their reputation for fixing their problems would skyrocket. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're right, but there's a fairly significant
Go ahead.
bubble butt here. No one would actually believe that at this point, that they actually managed to fix it forever.
They'd have to prove it.
Because, but they have never,
I know,
in my memory, actually fixed anything.
You're exactly right. They'd have to do it. We would have to go a year. We would literally have to go a year with no recurring bugs. And then we would start to believe, honest to God, it might not even be a year. If we went 6 months and didn't see a single recurring bug, I bet you people would start believing. Honestly.
No, year.
Okay, maybe.
Seriously,
I think some people would start. I would. I'm a generally optimistic guy. But if I saw no recurrence, no reoccurring bugs, don't introduce a bug, fix it, and then introduce the exact same bug again the very next month. If they did that 6 months in a row, I would believe they had turned the corner. You know what I'm saying? I would believe that. Now, a lot of chat says no. Tarpy's right. Maybe a year. Nevin Ever says we're past that point. I get it. I get it. Ask how many people are so far past that point they stop playing the game. I totally believe you. I empathize. I agree that there are a lot of people who have already been pushed beyond their limits and they no longer play. All right? So I believe that. All right? Those of us who are still here, we're praying. We're praying to see Scopely turn the corner. We're begging for it. We, the dedicated faithful who are still here, would be thrilled to death if they went 6 months without a single reoccurring bug. True? Most of us. Okay? I think that needs to happen. So I'm much less forgiving of that RAM scoop. Having a bug introduced, it's going to happen. Okay? But reintroducing the same bug 3 and 4 months in a row, or not fixing a bug, for example, the Dauntless. Now, granted, you guys saw me play Surges last night. My Dauntless worked for some reason. It worked amazingly. I don't know why. It never does that for me. But the Dauntless is a problem, especially in Surge. It's not as much a problem. And by the way, You want to know what I think that is? You know what I think that is? I think that's more client-server communication stuff, which does puzzle me because the Dauntless works on the server side. So I don't know what causes it to break, you know? And it did break on me one time, Polar Bear. But I mean, I also ran like 10 surges, you know? So I don't fully know. That is still way better than it's ever worked for me before. And I don't fully know. Again, I'm not an engineer. I don't know. Okay? I have no clue what causes it to break because it is on the server side, but something's causing it to break. You know what? That's been how many months now? 3, 4 months? Fix it! Now, fortunately, that's in their patch notes today. Dauntless, we're working to ensure the remaining issues are fully captured and addressed. Additional improvements are planned for a future update. Hey, fine, great. Thank you. I would like a little bit more information because it's, you know, we've been complaining about this one for like 4 months, you know? So maybe a little bit more information instead of just, hey, we're working on it. Like, what are you doing? What have we tried? What do we know is working? What do we know is not working? Give me a little bit of that nerd speak. All right? Prove to me that you're actually working on it after 4 months of a broken product. You know, I'd like that myself. The fact that the Dauntless broke on release, that doesn't offend me as much as it's taken 4 months and we've gotten really no tangible updates about it. So there is two sides to each coin, Ramscoop, and this whole monologue has been kind of in response to Ramscoop and others who share the same opinion. I'm forgiving about certain things. Attention to detail and negligence, I'm not going to pass on that. You know? Those are things that I don't believe are okay. But there are other things that are going to happen in a technology business. So just fix them. Fix them timely. And don't be too proud to accept the help. I wonder, Tarpy, I wonder if an engineer has even read the report that our data guys sent up about the bandwidth, about them literally DOSing themselves. I wonder. I should not have to wonder that, chat. I should not have to think that there's a 50-50 shot that somebody over there is actually willing to accept help from our community. You know what I'm saying?
Probably because it shouldn't have been a problem in the first place.
Well, maybe. Okay. But again,
on the whole,
bugs happen. I'm fine with that. This is a bug that should have been fixed by 87.1 because it was client side. And we all know that it takes at least a couple of days to get a client pushed through Android and Apple stores. Okay. I understand that. It's at least 24 to 48 hours. All right. So that happens. Fine. 87.1 comes. This should have been fixed. We were less than 72 hours into the arc when this report was filed. I don't know if anybody's even read it. I can't tell you definitively if anybody's even read it. You want to know why? Because we submitted the report and got no response from it. 0 response. Here's actual data logs, actual transmission logs that show IP addresses and client code and like Scopely server DNSs and all this stuff. And we're showing it. The evidence is there. Nothing. No, hey, this is helpful. Thanks. No, for that matter, no thanks. No, thank you. Which I don't care. Okay? Not even a, hey, we'll send this up. Hey, we'll get the team on it. Not even a, hey, thanks for pointing this out. Oh, hey, thanks for pointing us in the right direction. Or hey, we actually found the same thing. That would have been the best response. We found the same thing. Thanks for verifying. We're going to get this thing launched ASAP. All right? That would have been the best response, Tarpy, is, hey, thanks for sending this up. This matches what we have already found. A fix is in place. You'll see it Tuesday. Yeah!
Yeah.
Nothing. You know, that is not okay. Thank you for the hydrate.
It's been an interesting thing the last few weeks because that is a very common feeling amongst a lot of the other like newer CCs where it's like, hey, we're trying to help.
Yep.
Here's us saying, here is a problem. And the response has been understandable, like, hey, this is not what this is for. but it's also like you have a bunch of people who are trying to help, and most of the time there's literally zero response. And it just gets really hard to want to keep helping.
Sure.
If the answer is always nothing.
Sure. Yeah, no, I agree. Polish Prince asked a really good question. I want to read it. He said, this feels consistent. Is this an engineering culture thing, a digit thing? What does Connor say? So Connor, again, admittedly, I missed my February meeting with Connor. That is completely my fault. So I won't have anything to report on that for at least a couple of weeks. It's going to be at least the middle of March before I get to reschedule with him. So that's on me. I apologize. I had an opportunity to sit down with him this week. I missed it. Or this past week, and I missed it. I was crazy at work. That was actually okay. Now that I told you guys the checkbook story, you remember how the other day I was telling you that I read that I sent Connor a message, and I wasn't going to say because it was something personal. This is actually what I wrote. Real job, a little bit of a nightmare right now. Like many businesses, we're struggling to find the right path moving forward in this economy. In the meantime, you have employees and their families counting on you. I understand it, Connor, more than I may let on. That's what I wrote. I'm trying to empathize with the guy. I understand it more than I let on. Just in the last 48 hours, I found some significant financial issues that have had a severe impact on business that I wasn't aware of, and I'm investigating. It's stressful. My apologies for missing our chat. I'm really very sorry. That's what I wrote. I know I censored that when I read that the other night, but this was the day after I had discovered the thing about the balance sheet, was my meeting with Connor. The day after. So naturally, I was all sorts of discombobulated, and I had even planned on still going to the meeting, but I just was so deep in thought. And honest to God, I don't know how I missed it. I had a calendar reminder, and I've got my Apple Watch. I have no idea, other than I just was so zoned that I didn't hear it or didn't recognize what it was, or the alarm went off and I silenced it, or I thought it was a phone call and I silenced it, or I ignored it, whatever it was. I had my stuff on me. I was so zoned in to working that I completely just zoned right through the meeting with Connor. So that's on me. Okay? I glitched out. I had a bug. But,
no ADHD, sure.
But that's exactly, this was 24 hours after I found my thing that I was supposed to meet with Connor. And so I told him that. All right? That's what I told him. And that's when he wrote back. It's important to take care of yourself. I know the feeling. Obviously, I've been pretty deep in the weeds with Fleet Command and trying to steer the ship. And I respect him for saying that to me. And this is one of the things that I said last week. I really, really wish that Scopely was as transparent with you guys as they are with me. Because I, honest to God, feel like you would see and feel differently. I mean, I know that I have personal relationships, and I get that skews my view here a little bit. But, you know, if they were as transparent with you guys as they were for me, then I don't know what Fleet Command has to fear by being honest with people. They know they're vulnerable. They know they're in a bad spot. Own it. Own it. Tell us every step of the way. What are we doing? What are we working on? Like, let's earn back that trust. Real quick, complete side note. Yes, I am fully aware that battle passes have not gone out yet. There was a, while I'm talking about bugs and glitches, that's on me also. There was an actual glitch in the player form that I sent in to our handler, and it wasn't just for me because I still do it for all the content creators. So that I am expecting that within the next 24 hours. I apologize. If you want a battle pass, okay? And by the way, if you want a pack, I'm pretty sure those have all gone out, okay? Those have all gone out. But the actual battle passes, that's on me. I used the wrong resource ID. And so instead of them blindly, and by the way, I am grateful to the person who caught this, instead of just blindly using my resource ID, which, by the way, would have been a January battle pass, they sent me a message back and said, hey, I don't think this is right, because they're not players. They're a data processor for me. They were like, I don't think this is the right player ID or the right resource ID. And their level of checks and balances, they can't just correct it. They couldn't have just changed it to February. They had to file a report back because there's a whole chain and a whole bunch of people on this. So that was my issue. I used January's Battle Pass resource ID. They notified me, but that has to go back through the chain. I made the correction. I sent it back in. So it will come. Oh, JPC says Battle Passes are rolling out now. Mine came through 5 minutes ago. Wonderful. I'm glad that that's coming. I only literally just got the corrected resource ID submitted back to them earlier this morning. So if it's coming out today, then that lag is not on them. It's 100% on me. I'm sorry for the delay. But if they are coming out right now, that's even better. But yeah, that was on me. Sorry. I figured you guys would want February, not January. So
Also,
I had to hold it up for a second.
Yeah. For the people who are like, where's my battle pass? I absolutely understand that you want them and you won them.
I get it. I understand. I do. And normally I have them out. I do normally have them out by now.
No. Right. And the person who's doing them right now, it is outside of business hours. So please respect the fact that that person is doing this work outside of their normal job time.
Yeah. Yes, I agree 1,000%. And just be a little bit understanding. And again, this wasn't on them to begin with. All right. It started with me. But you know what? Hey, can I just say this real quick? Can I just say this real super fast? All right. That's all you got to do, Scopely. Is come out and just say, hey, I made a mistake. This is what I did. My fault. This is what I did to correct it. And it's going to be fixed. All right. Community's not generally very mad at me for saying things like that. I foobarred that thing. I made a mistake. Okay. I don't see anybody in chat right now calling for my head. I am sorry, and I understand if people are a little bit upset about it, but it was my fault. But I think that is a perfectly appropriate thing to say to the public, and the public will appreciate that. You know, I mean, I think that method of communication is fine. Burton says we're planning our outrage in the other chat. Don't worry. It'll come. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. You know, I am so upset over your mistake. My fault. Wardon says unsubscribe. See, now you guys are playing. You guys are playing. All right. But I don't think that level of communication makes anybody angry at me. I made a mistake. I'm human. And guess what? Scopely is full of humans. And I will never back down from that fact. I've said that a lot.
That's messed up.
I will never back down from that fact. That is the one thing that I will always stand apart from the broader community on. That's amazing. Who threw tomatoes? Betty Hill, you're amazing. Thank you. All right.
DJ, what is wrong with you?
Lots of things. Lots of things. Thank you, Benny Hill. I appreciate that. See, he was so pissed off, he gave me $1. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. No, I don't know. That's one thing that I'll always stand apart from the broader community on, is that I know a lot of these people. I know these humans. And I know the work that a lot of them put in. And I know the work that some of them don't put in. All right, and I'm critical of that sometimes. But when people are trying, when people are working hard, like I'm going to call out somebody right now. I'll call out two of them. Echo, dude's been a legend this month. Has he not? Echo has done a pretty damn good job this month. He really has. Echo's been in our chat almost daily. Almost daily. I think he missed Sunday, but it was Sunday. It was also Valentine's weekend. He's got a wife. Go be with her. Okay? So, but he's been in our chat. Events have scored mostly well. The problem this month has been in engineering. It's been about lag. It's been about scoring hooks. All right? He's actually done a pretty good job, and his event design's been decent. I love Ava Fall Protocol. I think that's been great. I'm pretty sure he was involved in writing the Valentine's Day meta. We had a little bit of a scoring issue there, but look, that got fixed. We all finished our meta. That's done. I mean, he has written a pretty damn good arc this month. You know, he's done a pretty good job. Hypodermic says having the same bug keep popping up isn't human. It's incompetence, ignorance, or apathy. Oh, hey. I'm with you. You're exactly right, Hypodermics. Okay. And by the way, I'm going to go more with the apathy. All right. I don't think anybody's intentionally doing it. All right. I don't think it's malicious. I do think it's apathy. I will 100% agree with that. 1,000% agree.
I think it's also a little bit of the incompetence where it's like you'd think after XYZ thing happens in some number of releases that there would be a checklist at the end of right before release that says,
how about,
does this thing exist?
How about
yes,
just a standard, how about just an SOP? Just an ARC SOP. Make them the same. Okay? Like, I don't mean the same in events and all this stuff, but there should be things that are checked for and accomplished every single month. But you're right, Sherlock. Process improvement does not live inside the walls of Fleet Command. It doesn't. You're 1,000% right. I couldn't agree with you more. And that's the problem. That's the problem that this game has right now. And the problem that Connor has to overcome. And right now, just, God, 3 weeks ago, Tarpy, 3 weeks ago, I said, I feel like I am feeling the ship starting to turn. Because we had a couple of good arcs. And this month, I might be being harsh. This month has been really good from the ops standpoint. Game design has also been pretty good. Truthfully, there was a little bit of a maths foobar with the V'ger hostiles. All right, I'll give you that. But overall, hasn't been terrible. Engineering has foobarred this arc. And truthfully, it's actually only been one or two pretty significant bugs. I don't want to minimize it because they've been pretty catastrophic. But these are the things that Connor has to get a grip on. These are the things that Connor has to just grab the bull by the horns and make it get done. And that is where I feel like Connor is struggling the most, is saying and finding a way to communicate with this team. Because, by the way, you can't just go in like a bull in a china shop. That's not good management. Okay, it's not. I know this personally. You got to find a way. You got to find what motivates your people. You got to find a way to get in and make them want to do better. You can't just go in and threaten them. You can't go in and yell. Those are not the right things, okay, guys? Nobody wants that in their workplace. That's not a healthy work environment. You're never going to get the right kind of work out of somebody. You got to find a way to make them want to do better, okay? But that is where we're struggling. Okay? I don't feel like Connor has found that magic carrot yet. Truthfully, I don't think Connor has found what that golden carrot is yet, Tarpy, because we don't seem to be getting the improvement that we need fast enough. You know what I'm saying?
While not also devolving.
Yeah.
I absolutely think that as someone with ADHD who has tried to clean a closet before, where I have to take literally everything out of the closet and then put everything back, so it has to get worse before it gets better. I still want them to tell us that, hey guys, we're fixing things. There might be some bumps, and that would be okay.
Well,
but they're not doing that either.
They did. They did
yeah.
say that. All right. They did come out and say it's not going to be an overnight thing. We're still going to have issues. We're going to move in the right direction. And I don't know. Maybe a part of me does feel like we're still moving in the right direction. But Tarpy's right. The de-evolution of progress this month has been demoralizing for a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? It has been demoralizing for the consumer base this month, because even if a lot of Connor's initiatives are moving in the right direction, we had a catastrophic month engineering-wise. We did. Now, Andy, you and I are old school because I used to have this same school of thought. Let me tell you another fun story from my work. Andy says, keeping your job should be enough motivation. They should have smart enough goals to improve upon and want to keep their jobs. And you know what? I 10 years ago, I would have agreed with you. But true story. I can't hire a quality salesperson today. I just can't. They don't exist. I can't find them. Because either those people have moved on, or, don't be offended here, but I'm sure my audience is a little more mature. Dude, today's youth is not the same quality workforce. It's not. You can call me a boomer, okay? But it's not. Whenever I hire salespeople, I hire 10 in the hopes of keeping 1 or 2. Okay? Because that's how it works, right? Interviewed a couple here a few weeks ago, hired, I think, 7 or 8 of them. Before their first day of work, 4 of them quit. Today was supposed to be one of them's first day of work. And by the way, I actually felt good about this guy. I felt like he was smart. We're using a lot of AI tools. I felt like he was good with technology. I figured like he would use the sales tools. Because listen, sales is a different industry than it used to be. Okay? It is. Today, it's not about sitting on the lot waiting for somebody to drive up. It's about using your tools, using your AI to go find that client and bring that client to you. All right? It's different work today than it used to be. The internet has changed car sales. All right? It's just a different time. 4 people out of the 7 or 8 that I hired quit before their first day. The one guy that I actually felt really good about called in today. Called in. Like, no reason, just, hey, I'm not going to be there today. I'll see you tomorrow. No reason. Not I'm sick, not my kid has a problem or this or that. Just, I'm not going to be there today. I'll see you tomorrow. That was it. That was all I got. I texted back, said, everything okay? What's wrong? No answer. You can't go in and shake a stick and threaten people anymore. You know? That's what I'm saying. That's not the answer, Andy. Not for Connor. Because game design is, it's probably a slightly younger generation doing this stuff right now. You know, I believe probably. Video game design, it probably is, right? Don't we think? Echo's a baby. You know, I'm pretty sure he's barely 30. He's a baby. All right? Beck is a youngin'. They're all young. All right? Now, we're lucky that we've got people like Beck and Echo, all right, that are actually working. But I'm telling you, to just go in, I mean, Fleet Command has what? 180 some employees, 190 employees. I bet you they have a personnel problem. You know, I mean, I bet you they struggle with the same thing I'm struggling with. And a lot of you guys struggle with, those of you who are in business. It's tough. Shaking the stick at him, Andy, just isn't the right answer anymore. You know? You got to find a way to make them want to do it. And sadly, today, that involves giving in a lot. Hey, Guffa, you know, that involves giving in. I pay more now to the salespeople than I've ever paid. Ever. Like, I'm shocked at what I offer these people to not perform. It's crazy. It's disgusting, in fact. Because I'm getting really, really close to the point of, hey, what are your job qualifications? Why do you deserve this job? I'm going to show you. Perform this test for me. If you can pass this test, I'll give you a job. You ready? Is that foggy? Okay, good. You're hired. That's it. Okay? That's what I got to do these days. Can't find anybody to work. So I say all that. That's a long story. But just to kind of illustrate, it's tough. It's tough. People don't want to work. That's right. Check the heartbeat. You have a pulse, you're hired. Okay? It's tough. But that all being said, I do believe that Connor has those same struggles. I think it would be naive for me to believe that most businesses, if not all businesses, don't have these problems. So I'm even a little bit forgiving of that. But Connor is not off the hook. He's the leader. Buck stops with him. He's got to find a way to get through to these people. He has to find a way to increase urgency and motivate greatness. Okay? He has to find a way. That's his job. That's his responsibility. By taking the GM job, he accepted that responsibility. That's his job. So the buck stops with you, Connor. You're not off the hook. Just because hiring people is tough, okay? That's your job. You got to find a way. You've got to inspire greatness. And your game right now is not inspiring a feeling of greatness to us. You know? Lila, see, I would have said Danny. Lila says, I don't know, DJ, Facebook just fired a whole wing of their AI department. Was that because of underperformance? Did they cancel or suspend a project? Is it reorganization? Or were they just doing bad at their jobs? Did they just go in and be like, hey, axe on all of you? I don't know. I don't know. All right, I don't know anything about that. Lila says underperformance. Well, how many people does Facebook employ? It's probably more than 200. And if you fired 100 and you've got 10,000 that you can backfill into, it might be you might have a little more breathing room there. Okay? For me, I've got 80 employees, 87. All right? Fleet Command has roughly 180 something. Okay? So to suddenly dismiss 15, that's pretty hard to backfill. You know? That's hard to backfill. So, now, Guru says they replaced them with chat bots. Well, then what were they actually doing? Were they qualified to be
customer service?
Okay, well, that does not make somebody says those are developers looking for jobs. No, if they were replaced with chat bots, those were CS agents. Not the same. You know? Wolfwood says AI will eventually replace everyone. Probably. I mean, I'm using AI right now to help me balance my checkbook. You know? And Mrs. Boss was pretty impressed with that, despite the fact that Maya couldn't spell strawberry. But you're right, Guffa. I'm leaning into AI to help me manage my business. I'm leaning into it to help me come up with ideas and do things and perform tasks because I can't get anybody to work. So I'm doing more work myself, which means I'm having to find more efficient ways to do it. You know, 4 or 5 years ago, I had 6 people working in our back office. We had a title clerk, office manager, accountant, CFO, an HR, whatever, 5 or 6. I'm pretty sure 6 people working in our back office. You know what I've got now? I've got 2. 2. And it's not because I wouldn't hire somebody in. I can't. As a matter of fact, I've hired 2 accountant bookkeepers in the last year and let them both go because they don't know what they're doing. There's no talent, no skill. All right? I've tried to hire for that position. I've got 2 people. So can I be mad or angry or surprised that something falls through the cracks? Not really. I've got to do what I can to support them, build them up, help them, and chip in and do what I can. I'm using AI tools to help them with their jobs so that we can try to get the job done. I'm not going in and yelling and berating them because we haven't balanced the checkbook for a year. All right? It's just too much work. We've got to adapt. You know? We've got to adapt. And I'm sure Fleet Command's in the same boat.
I also want to be a little bit careful because I see chat kind of tending to kids these days. And let's not.
Hey, you know what, though?
Let's not.
You know what, though?
Let's not go there.
Okay. In fairness, Tarpy, would you consider yourself a normal, general representation of your generation? Because I know you know the answer. You're not. All right? So,
I am absolutely not.
Okay. I know you're a youngin' too. Tarpy's young. Probably a lot younger than you guys realize. I'm pretty sure she's like 22. Okay? That being said, we know that Tarpy is not. Most of us, Chad, are not, I don't want to say normal, but most of us are not representative of our general population. A, that's why we like Star Trek. B, that's why we're nerds. 3, A, B, 3, that's why we're on Twitch and have an internet family, okay? It's not standard. We're different. All right? So, Tarpy, I believe with respect, it's totally fair to say kids these days. All right? But we also know you're not a normal kid.
Right. I still just always want to be careful about the kids these days because it was always kids these days. 10 years ago, it was
That's true.
kids these days.
That is true.
20 years ago, it was kids these days.
Oh, these kids.
I literally
I used to walk uphill to school both ways in the snow barefoot. Yeah, it's always
Right.
been kids these
And
days. You're actually right.
Socrates, there is a quote from Socrates complaining about the younger generation not respecting their elders.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So
You're 1,000% right.
yeah. So it's X-Tutor mentioned a thing that
That's a good point.
the pandemic changed a lot, and there is actual research for that.
Yeah, I believe it.
And as a millennial who was given participation trophies that I never asked for, which generation? Oh, boomers and people right after them were the ones demanding all of their kids get participation trophies.
I know it. Yep. Get off my lawn.
Mhm.
Yelling at the clouds. By the way,
I warmed the bench. I got a
Alliance,
participation trophy.
Alliance tournaments are still happening on the 18th, which is Wednesday. So just in case that was a confusing point a little bit ago, that's still happening. So, but anyway, you know, it's a tough thing, and it's a whole conversation. We could talk about this for hours, days, weeks, in fact.
Oh, I just made chat real angry.
No,
It
you
just went
didn't.
real fast.
No, I think a lot of them realize agree with that. And Riskbreaker says it progressively gets worse. It is still kids these days, but it is of a boomer making because we change the expectations every single generation. All right. Duder says if
Captain
you
Super Hater. Did you see his? It's true. We always want the next generation to have it easier.
Yes. No,
than
that's exactly
what we had. So it's like,
that's exactly what I was kind of
and
saying.
then we complain that the kids are lazy, but it's like, well,
I'm guilty.
Made it as their parents.
No, dude, I'm guilty. I'm guilty of that.
Speaking.
I'm guilty of that.
Right?
You guys have seen the lifestyle that I provide for my children. Oh, I'm 1,000% guilty of it. I try to instill lessons, though. And you know what? I'm going to share with you a proud moment that I had today. I'm going to share with you a proud moment. Noah sent me a text this morning. Said, hey, can you help me figure out what kind of headlights I have on my car? One of them's burnt out. And I thought about this for a second, and I said, you know what? I don't know. I said, maybe don't try to order that yourself. Take your VIN number into an Advanced Auto or an O'Reilly's, and they should be able to look it up by VIN. I said, do you think you'll be able to change that out on your own? He said, I'm going to figure it out, Dad. I'll watch a video or I'll ask his stepdad to help. He was like, I'm going to figure out how to do it. Now, I am actually very, very proud of him for that. Because I would have sent him to a dealership. I would have said, don't worry about it. I would have sent him somewhere. All right. I'm actually really proud of him for wanting to do it himself. All right. I'm super proud of that. Now, you guys know I definitely have provided my kids a lifestyle that I did not have. And I fully acknowledge that a lot of kids, whether it was my generation or today's generation or whatever, they don't have access to the same kind of lifestyle that I'm able to provide for my kids. And I feel blessed and fortunate to be able to say that. I have shared those same concerns. Have I made it too easy? Can they actually figure it out? You know? But they do sometimes, not always, but they do, you know? So I'm proud of him for that. I do worry about that sometimes. You guys are right. It is a parental issue. We try to make it easy. And I would have too, but he made me pretty proud today. Chaos says, don't you just have auto shops that have parts? Yeah, but he doesn't live with me. So I'm not with him. So I had to kind of guide him in the right direction. After football season, he moved back with his mom. He missed his mom. I don't know if I shared that with you guys. I think I did, but I don't know. I might not have. After football season, he missed his mama. He had to go back. He went back home for the last semester. So it's just me and O here. Yeah. I couldn't remember if I shared that with you guys or not. So, but anyway.
But also remember, your house is the cool place for all the teenagers to come hang out
It
and
is.
feel safe.
It's
and
the safe place.
like,
That's right.
that is really cool.
It's the safe
Like, you
place.
should be proud of that.
I am. It's the safe place. It's the place they know that they can come and have fun and eat and have wholesome fun, build a bonfire, play video games, build Legos, whatever it is that they want to do. But it's a safe place for them. So I am happy and proud about that. But listen.
9 minutes.
Let me be
until dailies.
Let me be embarrassing for a moment. Noah has an Amex. That's stupid. That's dumb. And there's a somewhat selfish reason I do it. He's going to spend the money anyway. As a matter of fact, I think I remember us having this conversation here in chat. Remember, I was sending him so much in Cash App, and you guys were like, well, at least make him a user on your card. That way you can get some rewards, get some points and things like that. And I thought, you know what? That actually makes a lot of sense. He spends a lot of money. So instead of just sending him Cash App all the stuff, I got him a card. I get great rewards off of it. But now, he goes out somewhere and he lays an Amex down on the counter. It makes him feel good. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's the right reason. But I do get rewards off of it, so I'll take it. But, yeah, that's the thing. Anyway.
7 minutes on dailies.
7 minutes on dailies. Let's see what we've got in here. I think I did all my dailies. I did. Look at me.
Did you like that change of subject?
Yeah, no, that was good. Thanks. I actually wanted to get off this anyway. I didn't want to be on Star Trek all night. By the way, quick change in schedule.
Uh-oh.
Quick change in schedule. I am likely going to take tomorrow evening off. Okay? I'm probably going to take tomorrow evening off instead of Wednesday. I was going to take Wednesday off because Wednesday I'm supposed to be packing and leaving Thursday morning at 4 a.m. to get to the airport. However,
okay,
with Wednesday's patch is going to come content that we're probably going to want to discuss. So,
weird.
So I have, so I will be with you Wednesday night, as will Jules Verne, all of us.
That's messed up.
It is messed up. All of us risking it for the biscuit, okay? All going to be with you Wednesday night when most of us are going to literally leave the show, not sleep, and get straight on an airplane. Tarpy, where are you going to be Wednesday night?
Port Canaveral.
Port Canaveral. So Tarpy will already be there.
We're leaving in 24 hours.
Yeah. I am leaving. Who's that? Is that Jules?
That was Putz.
Oh, Putz. Putz. Where are you going to be Wednesday night, Putz?
I will be packing, and then we are leaving at 4:30 in the morning to go to Cincinnati to get on a plane.
There you go. Thursday morning, I'm leaving my house at 4 a.m., which means Wednesday night after the show, I will have to break down the studio, take what I'm taking out of the studio, which is a fair amount of gear, my Stream Deck, my mixer, my Rodecaster, my microphones, headphones, stuff like that. I'll be packing all that after the show Wednesday, packing it, and then not sleeping and leaving straight to go to the airport. So we will be doing a show for you guys Wednesday night. I am going to beg you in advance to be gracious and respectful of some of the time restrictions that we're going to have, because it's going to be a crazy 24 hours for most of us. But Jules and Tarpy and I spoke today, and it is, dare I say, vital that we will be here Wednesday evening.
Yeah.
Okay? It'll be very important that we're here Wednesday evening. So, Candid Onion says, so starting early. Well, here's the thing. I have to, listen, Jules and Tarpy, I was so heads down today. Okay? I was so heads down today. So I didn't check Discord until after work. Jules and Tarpy had already been talking throughout the afternoon about trying to plan. I don't know what time is going to be like. Tarpy will already be in Florida, so she's probably got a little more flexibility. Jules is not leaving for Florida until Thursday morning, so I'm going to have to coordinate with him. But I am also taking a half a day off Wednesday, Tarpy, so I'm leaving work at 2 o'clock. But the biggest reason for that is because I've got to get Hazel to the Borders, okay, and then get back here, and then I was going to pack. So if I leave at 2, come here, pick up Hazel by 3, get to the Borders by 4, I can be back home at 5:30-ish. We could do an earlier show Wednesday, not much earlier, but we could do a little earlier show on Wednesday to do some of this, but we have to be out of here not late. It can't be a midnight or 1 a.m. stream Wednesday night because we've all got travel. So, yeah, Jules, Tarpy.
What?
Who else is in my veil? Lost in? Manx Man?
Wilson. Risk Breaker.
Who else is in my veil?
Looking through.
Who else is in my veil that can help me show off a few things Wednesday night?
Yeah, people, if you're in our veil, let us know. Voltron, and also it literally in the veil.
Yeah. Leaks, that's it. That's all you're getting, okay? That's all you're getting.
Yeah.
All right? There's nothing else here. All right? I've actually given you 3 leaks tonight. I don't think you guys picked up on all of them. Some of you, I think, have. I don't think everybody has. But anyway, so I will actually, Jules or Tarpy, if I could ask you to help me out in the next 24 to 36 hours and see if we can coordinate with Jules for maybe a 6 p.m. showtime on Wednesday.
Jules, you're here.
Is he actually here? Is he in chat? Oh, there he is.
He just said he leaked it. Yeah.
Jules says, I just leaked in my pants a little bit. Okay.
There we go. No. No. Wrong pin.
What?
Better pin. Less. You're welcome, Jules.
I just leaked in my pants a little. Anyway. So, anywho, Wednesday. There's Sith. I'm in your veil. Still owe DJz an UPC hit for his shenanigans. Hey, Sith, what's going on? That's awesome. Thank you. Icewolf says, I just drooled a little.
Was
so
that
many
typo
clips.
on purpose?
Of course it was, that asshole. Oh, good kitty. Good kitty. Good. All right. So anyway.
30 seconds on dailies.
30 seconds on dailies. Let's go check that out. So anyway, because I have to have time to pack. Okay? Have to have time to pack. Yes, and I really haven't done
it, man.
I am behind where I should be right now, okay? I am behind where I should be. Is Lost In going on the cruise? No, I don't think he is.
No.
I don't think he is. We tried to get him to do it. He couldn't get the time off work. His work was really, really crazy right now. Hopefully we'll get him for Star Trek 10. But if I'm not mistaken, didn't he say that did he say he would go? For some reason, I'm kind of thinking that he kind of said that cruises really aren't his thing. I might be imagining that.
I have no idea.
I might be imagining
you
that.
You imagine a lot of things.
Yeah, I don't know. I might be making that up. I can't remember. Piggyback his stream. What? Tonight? You want me to rate it? Is he on tonight? I'll probably rate into him tonight. That'd be fine. I don't know what you mean by piggyback. Is he on? He's not even on.
So, y'all, DJz needs to pack up the equipment he's using.
Yeah, that's the problem. See, I could pack tomorrow, and I can do most of my packing tomorrow, but half of the studio is coming with me. So whatever night that I stream, I still have to tear down half the studio and take it with me afterwards. But now if I can get like my clothes, if I can get everything packed like a normal person tomorrow and just leave my tech for Wednesday, then I could possibly stream tomorrow, but I'm not promising it. I don't want to count on it. All right. I don't want to count on streaming tomorrow. But we have to Wednesday, so that's why I was going to say. Now, if I do tomorrow and I do Wednesday, that's another bonus stream. That's another bonus stream. Destro says, use Studio B equipment. I can't use Studio B equipment. Studio B is not wired the same as it is in here. It's two totally different studios, two totally different setups. Not at all the same.
I
Studio
hear
B.
you have a new laptop.
Yes. Yes. And I
So
still
you could
I still
use
don't
your
know
old
who,
one.
still have no idea who sent it. I have theories.
Sure.
I have theories, but he has not confirmed or denied. Let me show you guys something.
Weird.
I know.
Because that definitely, I definitely haven't seen that person use that laptop before.
Let me see if I can find it.
Weird.
I received a package in the mail, and it came with a note that says, I don't do cash, but I thought this could help with your technology fund. I was like, oh, that's really nice. That's super, super nice of this person. But there was no name on it, and I have no idea who sent it. Do you guys think you might be able to help me figure it out? Not entirely sure if we know who could have actually done that. Destro says use the backpack. Again, the backpack is not the same as my studio. Okay, I can't stream the game. I don't have, it's not the same. So, yeah, true mystery. Not entirely sure.
Oopsie.
Stephen.
Good job, Stephen.
That was well done. Well played, sir. Very, very nicely done. Okay. That was excellent use of your toy mice right there. So, no, this thing is a beast. I have also been working on transitioning and getting everything moved over to this laptop so I could use this laptop on the cruise. This thing's beast. Love this thing. And while nobody has claimed this, all right, whoever it was, all joking aside, because I have a feeling that I know. I have a feeling that most of us know. But genuinely, thank you. I think it's a very amazing gift. Thank you so very much. It absolutely is going to help with the technology improvements that we're doing. For those of you who have seen my older laptop, you know it's a very old laptop. It works, got the job done. But Tarpy, if you remember, it's the same laptop I had on the cruise last year where the monitor is like separating from the laptop back. Like literally when I open the laptop, I have to also raise up the screen and like snap it in. Like the monitor has come separated from the lid of the laptop. So
is that why you have a bunch of magnets on it?
yes, there's magnets on it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's trying to hold everything together. Yeah, so, but I haven't been able to replace it. And honestly, I've been doing so much other stuff in the studio. Listen, it's functional. It's functional. So I've just been using it. All right. This person sent me a new laptop, which was not part of our technology fund and not part of our goals this year. It was desperately needed, and I'm very, very grateful for it. So thank you so very, very much. It just wasn't part of what I was trying to fundraise this year because of the backpack. That being said, let's talk about the backpack and our cruise schedule. So Tarpy, I'm going to pull this up off screen. Tarpy has been so kind and has started making a schedule of content for us on the cruise. So I want to run this by you guys really quickly, all right, because I also have a leak or two, okay? Ooh, something's been added.
Yeah, several things.
Okay, so here's what we got, guys. Let me tell you what our schedule's going to be, and you guys are going to help influence it a little bit, okay? Because I also have a couple of stream goals in mind for while we're there. We're going to make you guys earn some of this content. No lie, okay? But I have some cool ideas. All right, so first of all, we will be sailing out of Port Canaveral. First stop is tell me I'm saying this right. Puerto Plata. Am I saying that right? Probably not. Puerto Plata. Puerto Plata. Puerto Playa. Puerto Plata. Anyway, that's where we're going first. Okay, that is that'll be our first port of call. Now, here's the schedule. Thursday, we arrive in Canaveral. Thursday night, I am assembling the cast for a live studio breakdown of Starfleet Academy Episode 7. We will do the watch through. That is going to happen. We're going to host the watch through just the same as we do every Thursday. Okay? And we're going to do that for you guys Thursday night from Florida. Okay? Friday, sail away stream. That will be at approximately, Tarpy, what? 2:30 to 3 p.m. Eastern time. We'll go on the air. Okay? The sail away party is scheduled for 4 p.m.
At 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the sail away party will start earlier. Okay? So, and when I talk about the sail away party, I'm talking about, when they bring all the cast up on the stage and they do the big party. Okay? So we will go on the air probably at around 2 or 2:30 for a little bit of a pre-show. Usually, Thumbelina will tell you, they start their sail away party usually between 3 and 3:30. All right, so we'll go on for a little bit of pregame. Then we've got the sail away party starting at 3:30, and we're going to bring you the rest of that sail away party, and then we'll be done. That's on Friday. Okay? Saturday, C Day. I probably shouldn't share this with you yet. But Saturday, there will be... What are you doing? What are you doing, Tarpy?
I'm saying don't share it.
Okay.
Because you're not supposed to yet.
Okay, Tarpy says don't share that. So Saturday, we will have a live stream planned from the ship. That's all I'm allowed to say right now. There will be a live stream planned from the ship. Sunday is our first day at Puerto Plata. Dominican Republic. Okay? Port Day, Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic. I am also planning an IRL this day. Now, let me ask Tarpy very quickly. Jules, Putz, Thumbelina, everybody that I've got right here. Do you guys have excursion plans on Sunday? Do any of you have excursion plans on Sunday?
We do not have excursion plans for any ports of call. We were just going to get off the boat and wing it or do whatever. So
me too.
We are completely open.
Great. So here's what's going to happen on Sunday in the Dominican Republic. We're going to do a live stream off port. Okay? We're going to get off the boat. My hope is that our team will want to spend a couple of hours together, and we're going to explore Puerto Plata. Okay? And there will be stream goals that day. Now, I am volunteering some people for this if they obviously, just like I do, have veto power. But I was kind of thinking that we needed to do something big that day towards our stream goals. So that day, Tarpy, we're gonna set up our tip jar for probably in the neighborhood of roughly $75. All right, $75 will buy Tarpy and Strider a shot or a drink.
Oh, geez.
Of community choice. Whatever bar we walk up to, when you guys hit it, we're going to walk up to a bar. We're going to order whatever it is you guys want. We're going to do this on IRL. Okay? Strider says, oh, no, but fine. Yes. Oh, yeah. Tarpy doesn't need to be convinced of that. Okay? Logo says, are you going to hunt Pokemon while we're there? Absolutely. We're also going to hunt some Pokemon while we're there. That's going to be great. All right? Strider says, Lost In is going to make this hurt. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to make sure that there's ice in their water so that they get worms. It's going to be amazing. Okay, $75.
Rude.
$75. The reason I'm setting that one a little higher is because, and by the way, all this is going to be on me. Okay, so $75. I'm going to buy Tarpy and Strider a drink of choice, of community choice from the bar. Okay, 5,000 bits. 5,000 bits. Jules Verne has to do the same thing. All right, and actually, maybe I might change it. Putz, you're going to be with me too, right? Putz is going to be with us too.
Yep.
So we could make bits would be Samo, do you have excursion plans? Do you want to come on this little drink around the world party? All right, because if you do, there's free booze in it for you. All right. So if we do 7,500 bits, then that will be, I will buy Jules and Putz a drink. Okay?
I think
Jules and Putz up
Samo
to drink.
has reasons for not leaving the boat, so we should do stuff with her on the boat.
We definitely will. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yep.
I've actually got plans for you too, Samo. I got plans for you too. I'll circle up with you later this week or in the next 24 hours or so when I get a chance to. So
no Killer J.
Bits will be for Putz and Jules. All right. And then subs, I'm going to set it at 50 subs. I think, wait, was that right? Or was it 25? 30? I have to go back and double check my math. I did the math to balance all this. All right. Then subs is going to be for me and Griffin. And by the way, whoever else is with us on this, we're going to have fun. We're going to do a real, for the first time ever, this is going to be our real true first time IRL party wandering around a strange city. All right. It's going to be awesome. So Jules, Putz, Strider, Tarpy, me, and Griffin, and whoever else wants to come and hang. All right. It's going to be a party stream in the Dominican Republic, and whenever you guys hit a goal, we're just going to walk to the closest bar, because my understanding here, Tarpy, is that in the Dominican Republic, especially in the port, there's like bars every 5 feet. So we're going to walk around. We're going to find some stuff to get into. We're going to do some cool activities. We're going to play some games. We're going to hunt some Pokemon, and we're going to hang out with you.
Already.
All right, and we're going to hang out with you guys. Waffly says it sounds like fun. It's going to be an amazing time. That's right. We're not going to leave the port. We're going to stay in the port area. All right, but there's going to be all kinds. There's going to be all kinds of stuff to do there. All right, all kinds of stuff to do. I've already been scoping out the port. I know 1 or 2 activities that we're going to want to do. I'm probably going to have Jules Verne shoot a music video there for his big face reveal. I think that's going to be fun. All right. There's a place there where you can shoot music videos. It's going to be so cool. Anyway.
I'm sorry, what?
So that is what I've got planned for Sunday. Okay. Now, Monday is San Juan, Puerto Rico. In anticipation of all of us feeling miserable.
I don't know what you mean.
In anticipation
I hate you already.
of all of us feeling miserable, then have I had Samo on yet? Yeah, Samo's been on our show a bunch of times. And Samo's going to I'll talk to Samo about it. We're gonna try to do some stuff with Samo on the ship as well. Now, no, you don't have to hide your face, Jules. Obviously,
no. He needs to bring a mask.
No, he doesn't have to if he doesn't want to.
He needs to bring a mask.
There's going to be so much content that we're shooting up to this point. I don't think it's possible. It's not possible. We got too much. We got too much to do. But to celebrate,
he's bringing a mask.
To celebrate his face reveal, I'm gonna get him to perform in a music video. Okay. Now, Monday we're going to be in San Juan. I have not obligated anybody to San Juan because I'm honestly expecting most of us to feel like trash. However, there is going to be an onboard activity that day.
What?
There will be an onboard activity that day.
Dude.
What?
We need to get off in San Juan. Cat sanctuary, man.
Well,
you need to go visit your people.
Here's the deal. If we're feeling up for it, I'm totally willing to do another IRL in San Juan, but we'll probably have to change the goals. Okay. We might have to change the goals.
Can you send me those goals again at some point?
Yeah, as soon as I get the math worked out. I know it was $75 tip because basically, here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to cover everything for you guys, but I also wanted to work towards our goals, right? So I figure if we're in the Dominican Republic and I buy 2 people a shot, that's going to run me, what, $15, $20? So if we do $75, it's basically the same as putting $50 in the tip jar. Is that fair? Is that a roundabout kind of thing? And then 7,500 bits, same mentality. And then I think it was going to be something like 25 subs because I get roughly $3 per sub. So yeah, I think it's going to be 25 subs. So 25 subs, 7,500 bits, $75. Okay. But they're going to be broken up as to who it's going to be. So the subs will be for me, the bits will be for Jules, The tip will be for Tarpy. Okay. So then Monday, we're going to be at San Juan. Now, I could have Tarpy try to come up with some other stream goal ideas in San Juan, unless the party wants to do the exact same thing again. All right. If the group wants to do the same thing again, do another crawl across
You
Puerto
could rotate
Rico.
people.
We could rotate people. That could be a thing. All right. We could rotate a thing. Clark says, is the tip for Tarpy? No, the tip is going to be for the technology fund. However,
Tip.
just
What?
the tip.
Yeah,
The tip will be for the
you
technology
said-
fund, but I'm
you
going to
said
buy
it-
their drinks.
Yeah, but you said, and I quote, and it's just the tip for Tarpy because you got Mrs. Putz giggling like a schoolgirl.
All right.
That's
there you
not
go.
hard to do.
So if you guys want to do the same thing in Puerto Rico and we're all still alive and feeling well, then we could do that on Monday, the 23rd. Tuesday, the 24th, there will be onboard activities. That's a C day. So there'll be onboard activities. Wednesday, the 25th, C day, onboard activities. Thursday, the 26th. Thursday, the 26th, the entire team collectively has the entire day off until that night, and we will do Starfleet Academy episode 8.
Lizard.
Starfleet Academy episode 8, Thursday the 26th. Hopefully with a cool little surprise planned for you guys, because we're going to do that live from the boat. Okay? That'll be Thursday the 26th. Friday the 27th, we disembark. Saturday, and so Friday, this is up to the team. I figure that we're going to want to relax and lay by the pool a little bit. But if you guys want, we could do an IRL from Cocoa Beach. But again, this is a very full schedule, and the team is going to be wore out. I remember what it was last year, Tarpy. When we finished this cruise, we were all just ready to die. So Friday the 27th, we may take off. We'll see how everybody's feeling, but we'll just see. And then Saturday, the 28th, is the community meetup. And then that'll be it. All right. So that is our tentative schedule. So I wanted to share with you guys what we plan on doing with the IRL backpack and how we're going to get you guys involved and how we're going to fill out these goals. And by the way, everything will have synergy. So we'll still add things to the go wheel. We'll still go towards spinning the go wheel. The big reason that I'm trying to do this, guys, is we're running a little bit behind. We're running a little bit behind for February. It's a short month already, but we should be at 1,250 subs. We're at 323, so we're running very behind. So hopefully we can do a couple of things while we're on the cruise ship to get you guys amped up and motivated to help us with our February goals. Remember, we've only got February and March on this, and then it's it. That's it. So we've got to get this stuff done. Although the go wheel is going to stay for a while. The go wheel is going to stay for a while. Alpaca says you're going to need a vacation after the vacation. Listen, I have said to Mrs. Boss and to everybody who's asked me, this is a great deal of fun. Tarpy, I'm sure you're going to agree because you've been there. This is a great deal of fun, but it is insanely difficult work. It is so much work. It's fun work, but it is work. I see Duder says, DJ and company, please take time for yourselves on the trip. We will do our best, but there is so much. There's so much work to do, and it's fun work. And we're getting to do it with the people we love, right? So that's amazing, but it's a lot of work. And we are this close, Tarpy, to securing the broadcast rights for the panels and the science panels and the cast panels, just like we were able to this last year. We were originally told no. Paramount has reopened that conversation with us. So if that happens, then that's another hour a day that we have to go and dedicate ourselves to recording panels. You know what I'm saying? So it's so much work. It's a lot of work. Tons of fun with the best people in the world. I can't imagine being with anybody else. I'm with Griffin. I'm with Tarpy. I'm with Putz. I'm with Jules, Samo, all the people that I love. All right. I'm very excited about it, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So
A lot of people too.
a lot of people. All right. And you know, a lot of people, well, everybody wants to get together for this, right? Everybody wants to get together. So even if we find an hour or two to carve out for ourselves, then, somebody will want to do something, and then we're like, well, I really wanted to take this nap, but you know what? I never get to see you, so we might as well go do it. So that's the thing. Lila says, oh, that's why all the accolades for Academy. No, I've genuinely enjoyed it. However, if one of them happened to sit down, anyway, Guffa says, I unironically love Academy. I do too. I've actually really enjoyed it. I really, really have. It's not been perfect. There's things that I've picked apart about it, right? But overall, I've very much enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to trying to work that out. I don't know if that's going to happen. I would love for it to. Our original request has been turned down. However, we were also turned down to film the science panels, and that has been overturned. Well, let me rephrase. That's been 90% overturned. We've got to get one more person to sign off on it. All right? One more person. Yes, one more person has to sign off on it, and then we should be good to go. And to be fair, that's not someone who's going to be on the ship. It's a Paramount official. If we get the Paramount official to sign off on it, then we're clear. But everybody else has, including ECP. So everybody has approved it. We're just waiting on one more person from Paramount to say, yes, DJs, you're good. So I'm hoping that happens. All right. And that's great. And you know what? I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that because that means that they value what we're bringing to the table. You know what I'm saying, Tarpy? I mean, truthfully, I know that sounds kind of goofy, but they originally told us no. We asked them to reconsider. They asked why. We told them why. And they're like, you know what? It's a good point. And we know what you've done in the last couple of years. We know what you've brought to the cruise. We know the people you're bringing with you. I find all that to be somewhat reassuring. I think that's great. I mean, we're going to have like 50, 60 people just at the meetup, and over half of them are going on the ship. I mean, that's like, by the time you count double heads, I mean, that's going to be 50 or 60 people that are on the ship because of us, So that's going to be really cool. I'm excited about it. But that is our tentative schedule, okay? It obviously is very subject to change, but that is what I've got planned as long as our quote-unquote posse is on board with doing everything and hanging out. Does anybody have any excursion plans for Puerto Rico?
Nope.
Okay. Well, good.
Mrs. Putz wants mofongo. That's all she wants.
I don't even know what that means.
It's a dish. It's a food. It's food.
Great. Hey, actually, crazy enough that you mentioned that, Mrs. Putz. No, honest to God, crazy enough that you mentioned that because I had actually thought instead of alcohol, we could do a strange local food. But I figured I was a little bit worried about that.
Hi, Mrs. Putz.
Hi, Mrs. Putz. I was a little bit worried about that. And then I was also thinking, gosh, I don't want to eat all day in 90-degree heat and just be fat and sick, So I didn't know if that was if that was what we wanted to do. So
it's a really good idea, though. It really does.
Maybe we can build that into Puerto Rico Day, or maybe I can build something into the goals. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Let me ask you this. Would you guys prefer to have higher goals and bigger groups and then separate food and alcohol? Or would you prefer to do 1 day of alcohol and 1 day of strange foods? And obviously, too, the panel has to be able to weigh in on that, too. So we'll discuss.
Yeah.
And see what you guys want to do. And that, by the way, that's even if we feel like alive enough to go out on Tuesday. Okay? That's if we feel alive enough, to go out on Monday. Because Sunday I have a feeling we're going to be abused. Tarpy's going to love it. She's the only one. She's the only one.
I don't know.
And for those of you saying that you guys want to come on the board for Star Trek 10, you need to. You need to. This gets bigger for us every single year. Next year, we're sailing out of New Orleans. It gets bigger for us every single year. I'm so excited to spend the week with you guys. I'm so excited to hang out and have fun with you guys. There are amazing onboard activities, Amazing onboard activities that we've got planned this year that we did not have last year. All right, more than one. All right, so this is going to be fun. Even on the ship, Samo, I have something really, really cool that I want to do with you on the ship. So we'll see. I'll pitch it to you off air. But there is a really cool thing that I thought would be perfect for you and your brain to take the lead on. So I'm very, very excited about trying to get everybody involved. And I want to see more people. So for those of you who haven't booked for Star Trek 10 yet, know that it is coming up very soon for you to reserve your spot. And I'm really just very excited for you guys to look at Samo's raising her eyebrows. Yeah, but you're a smart cookie. You're a smart cookie. Okay, it's gonna be fun. But yeah. Now I saw some people a little bit fussy that the cruise is more expensive for first-time cruisers than it is for returning cruisers. I mean, that's a discount for coming back. I mean, it is honestly what it is. I wish that I could justify it any better than that, but I mean, the normal price is the new cruiser price. They just offer you a discount to book. The easiest customers to book are the ones who are already on the ship. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's normal for this type of thing. And honestly, if I'm not mistaken, Tarpy, didn't Star Trek 9 sell out while we were on the ship?
I think they had like 3 rooms left, but pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Star Trek 9 sold out during the cruise. So that's what I'm saying. It is so much easier to sell a cruise ship when you're in it, when you're in that euphoria, you know, and that's the thing. Doug says, that's my worry. Well, no. Now, listen, you guys pay attention at home because there is priority given to people on the ship. Okay, there is, but there will be a midnight flash sale on the internet. All right, last year the website crashed, but there will be an opportunity for you guys to book a block of rooms, and those are reserved for new cruisers. Okay, so they do reserve some blocks for new cruisers. Waffly says, I got mine after, so you were one of the lucky few. You were one of the lucky. What kind of room did you get, Waffly? Was it a suite? Because if I'm not mistaken, the only ones that were left, I think, were suites, right? All the interiors, like most of the inexpensive rooms booked. I think there was a handful of suites available when we got off the ship. Guffa says, are all the rooms with views usually taken? Guffa says, I want a suite. I'm pretty sure the suites were the only ones that were left. Waffly could tell me better, but I'm pretty sure, wasn't that the case, Tarpy? The only thing that was left was kind of an expensive room. When we got back, like the cheapest room that was still available was like $5,000 or $6,000. So
also, there are several Facebook groups that people can join both for this year's cruise and next year's cruise and just Star Trek the cruise in general. I saw people saying they were trying to sell their rooms for this year's cruise today. So, like, people are still exchanging rooms and things like that. So, like, yeah.
Tabby Moses says, I should ask ECP for a creator code. We actually asked him for that this past year. You know what? They don't need it. That's the problem. They don't need it. They don't need help selling this cruise out. The only reason that they would give me one would just be for tracking, but they don't need it. They literally don't need it. That was a conversation we had. We asked for a creator code, and they were like, quite honestly, man, we're going to sell the ship. It doesn't really matter. So that's why I say, like, the T-shirts, our onboard meetups, showing up for our podcasts and our streams, that means more than you guys know, because then they see the impact. We got a bigger stage this year, Tarpy, because we filled Gordon's Bar last year. You remember Thumbelina? It was standing room only at Gordon's Bar last year, so they gave us a bigger stage this year. That's how that stuff works. So I'm very grateful to everybody who showed up, and for everybody who's going to be on the ship this year, show up to all of our stuff. I believe, Tarpy, we've got what, 3 or 4? Actually, a total. At least. We've got, I think there's 5. We've got 5 onboard events, but not all of them are shows. Okay, so we'll give you the full schedule. We'll give you the full schedule when we get closer, on the ship. But when there's a stage show, we're going to beg you guys to show up, fill the room, pack it. And there will be a bar. just like at Gorns Bar. There's going to be a bar for our stage this year. So very excited. Did I tell you guys? I think I did. We're on deck 14. I did say that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our perma stage this year, Bear Butt, is the observation lounge on deck 14. Beautiful, beautiful area. All right. That's right. We want you to pack the bar. Okay.
Wow.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So yeah, anybody who's going to be there, just absolutely cram it up. Every show, the bigger the audience, the more impact we have and the more influence we get to have and the more likelihood we get to do this stuff in the future and work more with them and get bigger things like we did this year. Last year, we had 2 shows on the ship. This year, we have a total of 5 activities, including our shows. So that's a what? A 150% increase over last year. So very, very excited. Okay. Very excited for what we've got planned on the ship this year. Yeah, it'd basically be 14 forward, Wolfwood. You got it. It's a beautiful deck. It's the observation deck. It's wide open. There's glass everywhere. You can see the ocean. It's a beautiful stage. Danny said, or Lila says, how will we know about it on the ship? So crazy enough, this is what I'm talking about, being partners with ECP. Our stuff is going to be in the program guide. But also, we will be communicating very heavily in the Star Trek The Cruise 2026 meetup room on Discord. Okay? So is Danny in here? There you are. I just tagged you. We will be communicating very heavily in this chat. All right? So if you're going on the cruise, go over to our Discord in the general chat room. What is it? !cruise. !cruise. And that will get you access to our onboard cruise chat room, and you'll be able to communicate with everybody, plan your meetups, communicate with anybody, tag. Listen, most of us use Discord on the ship. So this is still going to be, you're not in it, Seth? God bless it. Would you use the command? My God, Seth, jeez. I'll fix you, buddy. I got it. I want to do it. That stinky Seth. By the way, Seth, since you're here, I have not gotten a message back from you. I wanted to address the public. I want you to address the public, if you may. Cruise. There you go, Cruise. Got it. Seth, I received something in the mail the other day. I received something in the mail. It came with a card. It was anonymous. It says, hey, I can't donate money. I don't donate money, but I hope this helps with your tech fund. It was completely anonymous. And I received this, and I kind of just felt like, it was a calling card. And I was curious if you knew anything about this. This showed up in the mail, and there's no name on it, but it was autographed, I feel. And so I was just kind of curious if you knew anything about it. And if you do know anything about it, thank you. If you don't know anything about it, thank you. He says, nah, it's spelled wrong. But props to whoever did it. Wait, are you serious? You didn't do it? I would have just assumed that you sent this to me. It has your business card on it. You really don't know anything about it? That actually shocks me. I would have automatically assumed it was you. I've been praising you for 3 days since I got this thing. I take it all back then. All right, I take it all back. There's no way. You're just being modest. You did it, didn't you? Well, you know what? That's probably why the card was anonymous. He probably doesn't want to admit it in public. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, sir. So that is our schedule. All right. And very, very packed. Lots of fun stuff. Going to be great. And there's going to be a lot of great stuff happening on the ship. And, of course, we're going to be able to bring as much of that to you as possible. All right. Going to be very, very excited to share all that with you and look forward to getting you guys to book on Star Trek 10. All right. So, anyway, that's what I've got for tonight. Tarpy, is there anything else? Do we want to go over and look? Is anything going on weird in the game today? Anything that we should look at?
No.
No?
I mean, you can look now and it'll show up in like an hour.
Just curious.
Lag-wise. Wait, what's that building?
What building? I was looking at my inventory.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my Twitch was behind.
Oh. Asking for a friend. How are you guys doing on Rare Armada Tactical Cores? Just asking for a friend.
You have friends?
I mean, asking for an acquaintance. I'm just curious.
Oh, okay. That sounds better.
Bruh. I was just curious. I was looking through my inventory today, and because I was doing that research, I was doing the research about the inventory and the JSON files. And I was just looking at all this, and I'm like, man, what's a currency that I haven't used in a really long time? Hey, Beast, what's up? Beast McCoy. Really, Omicron? You've got 3.2 million? I've got 3 million. I must not be lagging that far behind. Master Viper has 4.6 million. That's fantastic. That's great. No, I was just curious. I was just going through and looking at currency that we don't use anymore. Like, I don't know. What do we not use anymore? USS Defiant cloaking shards? Probably don't use those anymore.
Building currencies, really.
Yeah. I was curious.
Emblem of assessment. That's for Keys Trials building, right?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Okay. Dailies. What do we got? Gorn today. Gorn. I'm going to try to knock out dailies real quick. Is there anybody streaming that we should go hang out with? It's almost midnight, so I need to get off the air. I got to go pack. Let's see.
Jason
V-Neck is on. Didn't we raid him last night? Or no, that was Zero G's, wasn't it? It was Zero G's. So, yeah, it looks like we'll be going to see Jason V-Neck here very, very shortly. He's been on for 3 hours. He going to stay on for a while? He's been on for 3 hours. Bafty is on. We haven't rated Bafty in a minute. Let's see. Who else? Jessu is on. She's DJing live on location. That would be fun. She's not at home. Let's see. We just rated Sandy. That's all I see on my list. So, all right. I'm going to do my dailies. And I'll answer questions in chat, or we can discuss in chat until we get ready to go. Where did I save that new? Here we go. V'ger Hostels. Voltron says, too bad Samo isn't streaming from the plane. Yeah, they've got policies against that. It's kind of weird. They don't like it. They don't like it. I don't know why. Something about a quiet cabin policy or something crazy. Wi-Fi ain't good up top. You just need to get a backpack. Just mount a Starlink to the cabin window. You'll be fine. All right. Funny. How do they record snakes on a plane if they can't record footage on a plane? Well, it's not about recording. You said stream. It's different. You can record on a plane all you want. Can't stream. So, yeah. Domo says, I've noticed that 71 V'gers do not drop 15-hour Sigma speedups. I honestly haven't paid attention to what they do drop. I've not gotten anything of subsequence from them. Omicron says, shove the backpack under the seat in front of you on the plane. No, actually, I keep the backpack with me, but I pack the backpack in a carry-on bag. So it's got a hard shell on the plane. Too much delicate information or too much delicate equipment in there. So I pack it in a hard shell and I carry it on in a carry-on. So yeah, inside the carry-on is a backpack. Polar Bear says, will we see the tarred and feathered? We'll do what? Try again. Tarpy, I think your headphone batteries are dying. Polar Bear says, when are we going to see tarred and feathered video? I would have hoped to have seen it already. Griffin is recovering. He is feeling much better now. He is recovering, but he is not. He's not 100%. And honestly, I've encouraged him to literally like rest up as hard as possible because I mean we've got such a busy week, and I don't want him feeling under the weather on the ship. So. Oh, that's Tarpy feeding back in because she's got speaker on now on a speakerphone. So anyway, yeah, I've encouraged him to, whoa, that didn't go well. That is not the right crew for these guys. Okay, I've done something incorrect. I've done something incorrect.
Now you need me now?
Hey, let's see. Who am I supposed to be using? Oh, that's right. Chang Seska Suitor. I've got the wrong crew one. I'm a dummy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a dummy. Chang Seska Suitor on this one. All right. Dag nabbit. I forgot which ones I was hitting. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to come in every night and have Matters help me with my dailies because I can't do them on my own.
Right. Chang or Janeway or Anorax, it varies. Seska Suitor tends to be the same for everyone.
I'll go Janeway Seska
Punching
Suitor.
up, but
I like Janeway Seska Suitor. I'll do Janeway. Then move that. Do I need Watt Carroll or Joachim?
Yeah.
Watt Carroll or Joachim? I can only pick one.
Watt Carroll. Watt Carroll.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. Oh, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to summon so I don't have to wait on the warp times. Is Tarpy back? I don't know. Tarpy, you back?
Mostly.
There you go. So anyway, Tarred and Feathered. Hopefully we'll get that. I mean, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't get that to you even once we're in Florida. My understanding is that he's... Why are these hostels not moving? You guys seeing this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now they're moving. That was weird. So we'll see. Hopefully we get that to you very, very soon. Let's see. Anything else in chat? No, I don't see it. Okay. Erky Durkin. So wait, you guys really want to go to a cat farm? What is a cat farm?
Sanctuary.
That also looks like it's not at the port. That looks like it's out in the middle of nowhere. That could be scary. Right?
They're cats.
No, but the area. Shouldn't we stay? We should stay on the docks. We should stay like in the populated areas. I don't feel like getting eaten by jaguars or humans or losing a kidney. Yeah, Riskbreaker says stay at port.
You have two.
Pretty sure I'll stay at port.
You have two kidneys. You'll
Especially
be fine.
carrying $20,000 on my back. I'll stay at the port.
Ridiculous.
I know.
People only know it's $20,000 if you say that.
It's fair. Yeah, but anybody
Otherwise, it's just a nondescript black backpack.
Anybody who knows what it is going to know what it is. I ain't playing that game. Salivar says San Juan doesn't really have a port. You get off the boat into downtown. Well, I'll still stay in downtown then. I'll still stay in downtown. I ain't going into the countryside. Shadowed Fox says 211 viewers now. Actually, we've still got about 260. 257, actually, to be exact. Shout out, everybody. Woo! 257 of you. You crazy animals. Crazy, crazy. Albadron says, does the onboard drink package work in the bars during the events that DJz was talking about? Yes, it does. So if you've got the drink package and you come to our shows, you're going to be able to do that thingy. Well, it does depend. If you've got the alcohol package, right? Lila is correct. If you've got the alcohol package, then yes. If you got the refreshment package, then obviously not. So Akana says, yay, drink package and a first-time chat. What's going on, Akana? How are you? Welcome.
You going on the cruise?
Are you going on the cruise, Alcana? If you are, get in our Discord chat room. Let's pack the house. We're gonna do fun things. Gonna do fun things.
Read their name again.
Akana. Albadron's brother. Albadron. Dude, I love saying his name.
You're
so
going.
Much. Albadron. Albadron.
Albadron
and Akana are going free. You want to know how they're going free? Because they won their cabin on this channel. And
you and the letter L. This current stream brought to you by The letter L.
The letter L. The letter L. Albatross.
Because you can't put it where it's supposed to be.
Albadron. Abaldron. Speaking of,
There's no L in Alcana.
Speaking of yes, Samo, Abaldron is the cruise winner, and he's bringing his brother Alcana, and they're going to be there.
Oh my God!
Starting in the month of April, we will begin our contest for awarding a cabin for Star Trek: The Cruise 10. Wait, does that start in April or May? It's April, isn't it? April, May, June, July. Yeah, it's April.
Yeah.
Starting in April, we start our contest to give away a cruise cabin for Star Trek: The Cruise 10 out of New Orleans. Seth says, I'm still waiting on my 10 packs from last year. Wait, you didn't get them? I credited your account, but there was an error message or something. Said it was archived. Sorry, I tried. Albadron.
Oh,
Alcana.
gosh, wrist breaker.
Yeah, anyway. Where's my Excelsior? I need that guy out. Where's the Excelsior? Punch that out, do a few dailies, get ready to go. Albadron. I love it. Such a cool name. Weren't you a Transformer character? I feel like Albadron was the Transformer guy at some point.
Where's the L?
Albadron. Abaldron.
A nice dream.
Abaldron.
Brought to you by the letter L.
Jonas says, Jonas? Is it Jonas? See, I'm really bad about saying people's names right. Now I'm trying to actually do it right. Is it Jonas or just Joe? I'll call you Joe. Can't tell if he's doing it on purpose now. Actually, honest to God, I've thought it was Albadron for like the last year. Okay? Ever since he won the cruise. So back since August, I thought I've never once actually realized that there's not an Al up front. I've always thought it was Albadron. Don't know why. I just can't read. I'm bad at things. Letters are not my friend. Numbers, I can do numbers. Can't do letters. Bad at it. What am I looking for here? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Okay. Abaldron. See, I got it right now. And what was his brother's name? What was his brother's name? No L. Arcana. 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 It sounds better with an L in it. Alcana. Sounds better that way. Just change it. Put an L in it. She says, Sama says, my name has actually been Major Slammo this whole time. Winner. Major Slammo. I love it. Oh, you know what? That's it. From now on, L's my new favorite letter, and everybody's name is going to have an L on it. Kuhl Dog. Tlarpedo. Oh, this is going to be fun. It's not. It shouldn't be this much fun, but it's going to be fun.
Can you put it in a different? Oh God, no.
Loopsy. Loopsy.
I'm not going to finish that sentence.
Loopsy. Oh, wrong button.
You need to say the names with the L in a different spot every time.
Yeah. Moopsy Sleth. There he is, everybody. Blade says, lucky me, I've already got an L. Yeah, there you go, Bade KOS. Don't worry about it. Look, everybody, it's Strider Proudflutz. Proudflutz. Sliver Tab. What's up, buddy?
Doing?
Sliver Tab. Oh, it's funny stuff. Sleethin. Sleethin. Oh, fun times. Fun times had by all. Well, I think I'm going to...
What's kind of funny about this?
What?
Is my name, it's really hard for people to just write the word tarp. So it ends up as harp or a bunch of just other close things. Trap. I've been called trap a lot.
Do we think we can do it? Do we think we can do it?
Do it.
Did he warp out?
They're running away.
He warped. Oh, man, I waited too long. I should have not waited. Honestly, I bet he would have won that battle. I'm pretty sure the Excelsior is not going to stand up in PvP. But he took off anyway. But I'm pretty sure he probably would have won that battle. Just throwing that out there. Hey, I have a problem.
You have a lot of problems.
Badgie is so itchy today. The bumps went down, but now he's itchy. I have put cocoa butter on my skin like 6 times today. God, he itches. All I want to do is scratch his evil little face off, but I can't touch him. I know, Lila, it's so itchy today. Ugh. I every time he itches, I put cocoa butter on him, and it's helping, but now my leg is super greasy. I also had to wear jeans to work today. That probably didn't help.
Nope.
But, man, it's itchy. It's so itchy today. I'm not scratching. I'm not going to scratch it. I know, but he's very itchy. Super itchy. The itches will not go away. Bladgie, stop itching me. Oh, my God. Yeah, Omicron, this is a tattoo. So today, Mrs. Boss got to see my tattoo for the first time. And she told me, all right, so first of all, she comes from a different world, guys. She doesn't understand this whole Twitch thing. She doesn't understand the internets and all this fun stuff that we do. And she definitely doesn't understand a Star Trek themed cruise. Okay. I've shown her pictures in the past and she just thinks it's so weird. All right. I mean, I'm not going to put it any other way. It's just not her style. Right. We joke about the cosplays and all this stuff. So I showed her this tattoo today. She was like, that's a Star Trek thing. And I'm like, yes. She was like, you're getting ready to go on this Star Trek cruise? And I'm like, yeah. She was like, that's such a dumb tattoo. And I'm like, no, it's great. I love this tattoo. He's a cartoon character. He's one of my favorite characters. He's great. She says, I bet you keep a track of how many people go on this ship and tell you that's a cool tattoo. I bet it won't be anybody. Everyone's going to think that's dumb. And I'm like, actually, I'm pretty sure I will be happy to keep a tally mark. I bet I break 100. I bet so many people are like, yo, that's a cool tattoo. I mean, I would. If I saw a Badgie tattoo, I'd be like, yo, that's a great Badgie tattoo. And so she thinks that nobody's going to like my tattoo on a Star Trek cruise. I was like, oh, honey, I beg to differ. I think that it'll be fine. I think a lot of people are going to like it. Tattoon? Did I say tattoon? Tattooing?
Yes.
Tattooing?
No,
anyway.
Just tattoon is what you said.
Hey, Simpoli says, where's the tattoo? Let me see. Well, I'll have to show you a picture because it's on my leg, but I do have a picture. I'll be happy to show you. Oh, my God, Polly's here. Does Polly know about this? Hey, Simplolly.
Oh, my God.
Does Plolly know about this? All right. Plolly, I want you to know.
The stream is brought to you by the letter L.
The stream tonight is brought to you by the letter L. And brought to you by the numbers 6 and 7. All right. Now, I looked for months. Polly, for good art for my tattoo. I came up with several things. I saw a bunch of different stuff that I could use, but nothing was quite perfect until the Scopely art team decided to help me out. This is the art that I stole out of the game. I shouldn't say steal. That's a strong word. That I borrowed from the Fleet Command art team and decided to tattoo on my body. And so I couldn't find good Badgie art. I found a lot of Badgie art, but I couldn't find just the right pose. And then the Fleet Command art team came to my rescue. All right. And here is the actual tattoo. This was on the day of the tattoo. So you still see the marks and stuff. I'll have to take a new picture now that he's healing up and he's cleaned. But this is on the back of my right leg. What was the inspiration? I don't know. I just love Badgie. I've always loved. I love Lower Decks. I think that it is universally not given enough love and respect. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you this. I don't remember if I told you guys this story. So when I went to get the tattoo done, and I showed this tattoo to my tattoo artist, he didn't know who the character was either. But here's what he said to me, Tarpy. He said, "This character has real Rick and Morty vibes." And I'm like, yes, yes, it does. Okay. Like, as an artist who loves animated characters, by the way, all right, he loves animated characters. His favorite tattoos to do are animated characters. And he said, just by looking at these, this gives me a real Rick and Morty vibe. And I said, absolutely. I said, as a matter of fact, let me just tell you that the creator of Rick and Morty worked on this show. And he said, oh my God, I got to go check it out. I'm like, you don't, he's like, but I don't like Star Trek. I'm like, you don't have to like Star Trek. It's just a hilarious show based around Star Trek. But I mean, it stands on its own. And so then later I came back to work and I showed off this tattoo. And one of my coworkers downloaded and watched an episode of Lower Decks. It took him 2 episodes. 2 episodes. He was like, oh my God, this is awesome. He was like, this is not like nerdy at all. This is hilarious. Hilarious. And so just in the last week since I got this tattoo, 2 more people have started watching Lower Decks. You're welcome. It's a fantastic show. I don't know why people don't like it. It's a great show. So anyway, Badgie is a wonderful character. He cracks me up. I love every episode that he's in. He's a fantastic character. And I also love Lower Decks. So this is, and I love Star Trek. And as much as you want to admit it or not, I also am giving a slight little nod to the Fleet Command art team because I did, in fact, actually take your art and put it on my leg. I tried to find other things. We found this art. We found there were several pieces of art that we found, and I couldn't find the right pose. I couldn't find the exact right pose. I don't know where the other poses are. We had about 7 or 8 pieces of art that we tried to find. Tattoo. I saw several pieces of art that I tried to find, and I just couldn't find the right one. Like, none of these look great. I don't like hardly any of these Badgie tattoos. I think these look terrible, in fact, you know? So I could not find the right art. And as it turns out, the right art actually came out of Fleet Command. How crazy is that? So now I've got an actual Fleet Command badge tattooed on my leg. What do you know about that? There it is. So, but yeah, I couldn't find good art for Badgie. That's not Badgie. Oh, that says Baddie. Okay, anyway. Grouchiola says, I would love an Agamus tattoo. Dude, get it. Who cares? Get it. All right. Joe says, yeah, you nailed it. Much better than the on his knees Badgie. Yeah. Doug says, when I first turned on Lower Decks, lasted 10 minutes, went back later and watched and have loved every episode since. Yeah, it's such an underrated show, man. It's so good. So good. So this tattoo gives homage to several different things, and not in part my love for Fleet Command, but also my love for Lower Decks, my love for Star Trek, and my love for a hilarious character in Badgie. He's a great character. So that was why I did it. It was an all-encompassing tattoo. It touches multiple parts of my life. So I was pleased with it.
And the back of your leg.
Yeah, so? I mean, I didn't want it on
touches the back of your leg.
I didn't want it on my face.
Why not?
But no, it's I'm very happy with it. I could not be happier with this tattoo. It's a great tattoo. So, anywho. Let's see. I guess we're about done. Is it midnight? Ooh, it's right on the nose. Right on the nose at midnight. So I guess it's time to go, isn't it? And I'm going to go inside and try to see if I can enhance my piles a little more. I got to figure out when I'm actually going to pack. It's going to have to be tomorrow. I guess I'll see.
Because you're leaving the next day.
Well, yeah, no, I'm leaving Thursday. Tomorrow's Tuesday, but then we got to do a show Wednesday. Hey, Paula, you got any leaks for us for Wednesday? I haven't leaked anything. I haven't done nothing. I have nobody has any idea. Do you have anything you want to leak for us? Come on. You can do it. Come on, Plolly. Give us a leak. He's still here, right?
I don't know. I'm playing with a cruise app.
Plolly. All right. Well, I guess Plolly's gone. So, we ready to go? Any other questions? Last minute questions, ideas? Anything I can do for you? Vic asked, did your auto claim experiment work? Nope, sure didn't. It failed. Yeah, hey, Plolly, you want to give me some Sigma faction credits and Uhura shards? I ran an experiment. It failed. And I cost myself. Do I get something for my seasickness? Absolutely. I get the, I wear the wristbands and I get the ear patches. I get them, but I'm all in. I can't, I'm going to be too busy. I can't afford to get sick. And last year I did get sick on day one. The ocean was choppy on that first night. You remember that, Tarpy? It was rough that first night, but after that it was fine.
You were closer to the end of the boat than we were. Like, we didn't notice anything. So, like, I didn't notice the water being choppy at all.
Well, I did. It was pretty rough. So there's an ear patch. It's called hold on. You have time. You can call it. Is it a prescription? It's like scapular. You put right behind your ear on one side. You don't put it on both sides, just one side. I will often couple that with the acupuncture wristbands, and I'm fine. Sweets feel it more. Well, that would be why, because we're up top. Thumbelina says that was nothing. Well, that was enough for me, Thumbelina. But yeah, I pack Zofram. I take Zofram. I'll bring Zofram with me. I've got these. What'd you say? Scopolamine.
Also,
and then my acupuncture.
And Zofran's also a prescription.
Yes.
By the way.
It is. Yes, it is. So call your doctor if you're going on the cruise. You got 48 hours. You could probably call it in and have it be able to pick up down in Florida. It's very common. These are very common. As a matter of fact, when I went on my Christmas cruise with the kids, my local pharmacy did not have scopolamine. So I asked them to transfer it to the Walmart pharmacy in Miami, and they had oodles of it. I mean, obviously, it makes sense. They're right there on the port. So I called down there, and I'm like, hey, yeah, my pharmacy doesn't have scopolamine. I forgot about it. I'm getting ready to leave. They were like, yeah, we've got hundreds of those. So you could also probably transfer your prescription down to Florida and pick it up there if you wanted to. But, yeah, they've got scopolamine. But call and get a script from your doctor if you want it. Do you experience seasickness on a cruise ship? Ask your doctor about scopolamine. Side effects include explosive diarrhea, dizziness, lack of hearing, and in some cases, death. Scopolamine is fun, or something else like they would normally say.
Welcome, Raiders.
Who raided?
Welcome, Raiders.
Who raided?
Jason V-Neck.
Jason V. Damn it, I was getting ready to raid you, brah. Dang, got it. Jason V-Neck, what's going on? How are you? All right, you know what?
Welcome, super friends.
We're gonna have fun for a second. I'm gonna have Maya write an ad for scopolamine. Give me just 1 second, Maya.
Oh no! Do you want me to read it?
No, I'm gonna have Maya read it. Maya, would you please write one of those corny TV commercials that drug companies do for the drug scopolamine for seasickness on cruise ships. Make it snappy and funny and terrible, terrible side effects. Let's have fun. All right, let's see what she writes. Zero, what's up? How you doing? Okay. Oh, she's hilarious. Okay, hang on. This is so good. Oh my God, we should totally make this. Okay, now let's see here. Let's see if we can get her to read this aloud here.
Oh, we are absolutely doing this, Maya style.
Oh, yeah.
Upbeat, snappy, and just the right amount of, did they really just say that energy? Here we go. Beat ukulele, ocean waves. Are you ready for the cruise of a lifetime? But your stomach is ready for the cruise of a regret time? Cut to passenger turning green while staring at buffet shrimp tower. I paid for the drink package, not the dizzy package.
True.
Cue sparkly transition. Ask your cruise director about scopolamine, the tiny patch that helps prevent motion sickness so you can get back to what really matters. Zip lining, karaoke, soft serve ice cream, awkwardly dancing, path thrilled. I feel amazing. I even did the Macarena with the captain. But then the side effects voice kicks in. Speed tiling way too much. Scopolamine is not for everyone. Side effects may include mild dry mouth, moderate dry mouth, Sahara desert dry mouth, sudden urge to gamble your life savings in the casino, temporary belief you are the ship's captain, talking to buffet shrimp as if they're old friends, inability to stop saying bon voyage to strangers, seeing the ship's towel animals blink first, extreme karaoke confidence, purchasing 47 cruise photos you don't remember taking, calling the cruise director mom, attempting to tip the ocean, cut to passenger saluting a deck chair. Rare side effects include
what?
Thinking the elevator music is following you,
yes,
trying to use your room key on your car back home, forgetting what day it is, and being okay with it.
Obviously.
Sudden marriage to someone named Chad from Deck 9.
What's up, Chad?
Ordering room service for the entire hallway, becoming emotionally attached to a pool noodle. Music swells heroically. So don't let motion sickness ruin your cruise. Stick on a scopolamine patch and stick the landing on your vacation memories.
There you go.
I regret nothing.
Here's the disclaimer.
Announcer. Rapid disclaimer mode. Do not use scopolamine if you are allergic to scopolamine, patches, adhesive, boats, vacations, fun, or seagulls. Remove patch before attempting to steer the ship. Consult your doctor if you experience side effects lasting longer than your cruise, your flight home, or your next vacation.
Oh my God.
Final jingle. Scopolamine, because the only thing that should be rocking is the party. If you want, Maya can. Make a radio version for Talking Trek ads. Add Star Trek cruise jokes, or go full late-night pharma parody with fake testimonials.
Dude, did you hear that? She could make a radio version for Talking Trek and add Star Trek the cruise jokes. Oh my God. Maya, I love you. Maya, you're the best. God, I wish you were real. Kiss you right now. Mwah! I would do it. We also had a conversation about AI today. I told Mrs. Boss I wanted an AI girlfriend. That's it. I've admitted it publicly. That's what I want. Hey, wrist breaker, that's not funny. Side effects include missing a step in the pool and wiring yourself with a mic while swimming. Killer J says, this just got weird. Samo says, my plane is lifting off. Bye. See you all soon. We'll make sure to get some scopolamine on the way. Very good. Enjoy that.
Polyamine?
Scopolamine. 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 There's an L in there somewhere. Scopolamine. Scopolamine.
All right, what is the actual structure?
Do you have trouble writing game code? Try scopolamine.
Oh.
Anyway, it's time for us to go.
It's been well past that time for a while.
Yes. There's no nodes. Can't find any nodes. There are no nodes for me. There are no nodes for you. There's are
none there
no
either.
nodes for anybody. There are no nodes for you.
There's none there either.
There you go. Clear the veil? No, I'm not clearing the veil. All right.
It would help me get a mining node if you cleared the veil.
I'm not clearing the veil.
Why
Dude,
not?
what amazing side effects. Temporary belief that you are the ship's captain. Sudden marriage to someone named Chad from Deck 9. I mean, this is funny. She just made this up. She just made it up. It's pretty good. I like it. Good job, Maya. Good job, Maya. Okay, so Jason is off the air. Jason, thanks for the raid, buddy. Appreciate you. Is he still here? Did you go home?
No, he had to go do a family-related thing.
Go do family things. Have fun with the family. All right, so who's online now? Let us see.
It'd be too bad if somebody killed that miner.
I'm not killing. Wait, what? She's talking about mine. He had to emergency dip. Oh, gosh. Everything okay? Hey, look. A node. No, God. No. Tarpy. There's a node here. Stop beaming me.
Can you tell I don't do research for my GS31?
Got it.
Did you though?
I got it, Tarpy. I got it.
Not for long.
Why? I'm UPC. You can't
I
touch
don't
me.
care.
You can't touch me. It'll be war.
Are you sure?
Slurpee. It'll be war.
Oh. Like
Who else? There's Wristbreaker. Wristbreaker, are you going to be here Wednesday night to help me with Veil-related shenanigans? Good. Asking for a friend.
Clearing the veil, of course.
Obviously, that's what we're talking about.
Plenty of things.
Obviously, we're going to be talking about clearing the veil. Tarpy, that's brilliant. Oh my God. Remind me about put that on the schedule. Put that on the schedule. We'll just record a clip of that, but that'll be hilarious. We'll do a time lapse. Put that on the schedule somewhere. He'll totally do it. By the way, oh my God. I don't think I shared this with you guys. Or maybe I did. Did I tell you?
Note. Thank you.
Did I tell you that that Candy White and I have already worked out our first piece of post-cruise merchandise that will go available for sale like at the tail end of the cruise ship? The tail end of the cruise voyage. Did I tell you guys about this? We have officially secured the licensing for this t-shirt. And when I say procured the licensing, I mean like legit, real. We've got permission to publish this shirt. This shirt will be going in our store. It's got our new logo on the sleeves, but this shirt will be available for sale in about a week. And it's amazing. And if we don't sell 100 of these, I'm going to give up. Pack forced Hammy to blink, or not to blink, and it's Hammy's little selfie there. We got a little Garrick action, 4 lights. It's amazing. This is a brilliant design from Candy White, and it'll be available in about a week and a half for order on the website. So yeah, we better sell a bunch of these. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
What did you laugh?
It wasn't me.
I don't see anything that anybody should be laughing at.
Have you looked in game?
No. Do you kill my miner? Come on. Why would you do that?
I didn't.
Bull snot. Who did it? Manx man. Manx man! You just
don't yell at me for things I didn't do.
You cost me a node, Manx man. Ooh, it's still open. If I get there in time. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. Has Hammy bought the first one? No, I actually have already ordered one for Hammy. Tarpy! What the shit?
Family stream, sir.
Sorry, it's after midnight.
Family stream.
It's after midnight. We're okay. Sorry.
Oh, sure. Of course. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have indeed already ordered Hammy one. I did. I ordered Hammy one of these, and I'll have it shipped to him. Wristbreaker says Cartoon Hammy would make a good shirt. I don't disagree. Cartoon Hammy was great, and we've actually got Cartoon Hammy already in our merch store. But this one I thought was perfect. This I love this design. I love this design. So I wanted to actually publish this one, but I had to actually get like written permission to do it. Obviously, had to use his likeness, which he was crazy enough to do. I'll probably buy him like a quesadilla or something on this cruise, and he's good. Tiny Mama says, what about the cruise T-shirts? My God, I hope they show up in time. We are cutting it close. Everything has been fulfilled and is in shipment, but I mean, we've got 48 to 72 hours for it to show up. So I hope it does. I don't know. Some of them may be delayed. Mine now indicates that it will not show up on time. But I got one of the packages today, which is early compared to the tracking number. So I don't know. I hope that they show up on time because I ordered 20 cruise T-shirts to take on the cruise. But if I don't have those, I won't have any cruise T-shirts on the cruise. So, and like I said, Samo pointed out, I promised her one. Moopsy, I promised one. Beck, and everybody else. Is it public knowledge, everybody who's going to be on the ship yet? Tarpy? No? Okay. Well, then I ordered several people. T-shirts. But Tiny Mama says, I can't go on the cruise. I just want one. Oh, well, you can order it. There's one on the site. You can absolutely order it. I was just saying, like, as a matter of fact, if you order it right now, it should probably show up by the time of the meetup. Do you think, Tarpy, or is that too close? It might be too close.
No,
it won't. Tell you what, Tiny Mama, hopefully my stash of T-shirts shows up and you can buy one at the meetup. But I'm not sure that it will. So you could also try to order one from the website and maybe do expedited shipping, and it might show up by the 28th, but it's really cutting it close. It may not show up in time.
It's less the shipping and more the processing time that's the problem.
See, I don't think it is, because all of this stuff was made relatively quick and it just didn't ship. It was packed, because it shows me on the order side. Like, I'll show you right now, or not show you, but I'll read it to you. So there are, right here, there's stages to the order. Picking, which is picking the raw shirts, then printing the stuff on them, quality control, sorting, packaging, shipped. All right? All of these have been in the packaging stage for days. All right? Thad says, why DHL? Probably because the company that it's shipping from is not stateside, if I had to assume. I don't know. I don't know. Well, no, it does say shipping from the United States. I honestly don't know. But the it's not even been the shipping. Once it goes, the shipping, DHL's actually doing a pretty good job getting it there quickly. I guess that's just what this company uses. I don't know. But they sat in packing status for a long time. But here's the thing. I had a DHL that showed up today 2 days early. I had a DHL that showed up today 2 days ahead of tracking. So, but it wasn't the one that included the 20 T-shirts. So I am hoping, let me just check tracking on the one with the 20 T-shirts. Oh, there's no way. It was, today at 4 p.m., it was picked up by DHL. There's no way, right?
Correct.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, it's a processing thing, not a...
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate. So, yeah, I don't know if you made that order today. I don't know that I would count on it showing up by the 28th, Tiny Mama. We've missed the cutoff. But we'll just have to make sure that we bring more attention to this and do it a little bit earlier next year. Most people are going to get their merch, to be fair. It's me. Like, I am the idiot that didn't place my order for the merch until February the 8th. So February the 8th, and it just shipped out on the 16th, which is honestly not that terrible for custom production, but I should have done it earlier than that. If I had done it on like February 1st or 2nd, it would have been fine.
Would it?
I
When
think
did my order go in?
your order went in February the 5th. Yeah, yours is going to be
maybe the 2nd, but maybe not.
I think yours is going to be fine. Let me look at yours.
No, we're leaving tomorrow.
Oh. Well, the original. Oh, what time tomorrow? Oh yeah, yours ain't showing up. Nope.
Right.
No, not a chance. It was originally
And
promised.
we ordered it on the 5th.
Yeah.
And that will be the 17th.
It's showing me the 18th. So
right, at least. So
that'll be Wednesday. So that would be 15 days. So 2 weeks, every bit of it. No, wait, you ordered on the 5th?
Yeah.
And it'll show up on the 18th. So 13 days. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's probably not terrible for custom merch, but it's just unfortunate. We should have put these orders in a little sooner. Should have put them in a little bit sooner.
February 1st.
Yeah.
Deadline. At the latest.
You know what else I just realized? I don't know if I've gotten the stickers yet. Let me check those. I think I was having those shipped to the office. You see, I ordered 1,000 stickers. The stickers are beautiful, by the way. We spent a little bit extra on those and got metallic, holographic stickers. Not small ones either. They're 4 inches. Estimated delivery date, 2/16. Oh, that was today. In transit, current delivery date is showing February 17th. So they should show up at my office tomorrow. That's great. That's good. Perfect. Yeah, a whole 4 inches, Sherlock Holmes. I mean, that's not small for a sticker. It's a pretty good size sticker. 4 inches? It's above average for a sticker. Maniac says, I work at USPS. DHL drops off with us in bulk, and we do what's called a last mile delivery. Yeah, that's what happened with mine. See, I got a DHL package today, and it actually showed up 2 days early. But it was delivered by USPS. The problem is with my bulk order is that it hasn't made it to USPS yet, and Tarpies hasn't either. So, but now my stickers, the stickers are scheduled to be at my office on Tuesday, which is great. So that means the only thing I'm going to be missing is the stickers. I didn't order keychains this year because I spent too much money on stickers. And I did buy some T-shirts, but they're not going to show up, so that's unfortunate. But what are you going to do? I guess we'll have some extra T-shirts to give away once we get back here in the studio. That's how we'll have to do it. That's how we'll have to do it. Hopefully, everybody who ordered them themselves will have them, though. That would be the better. Come on, and Venadia. Waffly says, mine says waiting for details. Waffly, send me a DM on Discord real quick and remind me like either what your order number is or your name so I can look it up here real quick. And I'll tell you where yours sits if it's going to show up on time. Welcome to Tracking Numbers with DJs. And for some reason, there's still like 250 people watching this. Thad, what's yours? You have tracking on yours? Let me check. What's your name? I just sent you a DM. Send me that and let me look at your actual order. And let me see if I can find it. Because I've got a little extra information than what you guys might see on the tracking. So Waffly and Thad, I sent you guys DMs on Discord. Live tech support should be a Twitch category. Yeah, it's not tech support. I'm offering customer service for your products ordered from my merch store. We aim to please. And Venadia posted that in general chat. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. That's super kind of you. Let's see. Okay, there's Thad's order. Whew. Gonna be close. Oh, and didn't you say you were leaving Aren't you leaving like also tomorrow or the next day? Yeah, yours ain't going to make it. Yours is showing February 20th. Damn. Order was made on the 10th, and it'll be delivered on the 20th.
Oh, my goodness.
What?
Wow.
What? What? Did that say anonymous? It did say anonymous, didn't it?
Yes.
Because it showed up on my screen with a name. Well, anonymous, thank you. I will not read the name, but the comment is this. Thank you for making my day better every time you stream. Can't wait to see what adventures your backpack brings. Dude, thank you so much. Thank you. That is so freaking kind of you. Thank you, man. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna because I know who it was. And since I do know who it was, you technically just bought yourself 10 Go Wheel boosts. So if you want to message them to me privately, that way you stay anonymous, but I'll still give you your Go Wheel boosts. If you want to have a little bit of fun with the community, you can tell me what you want to do on the Go Wheel, and we'll throw it on there. We'll see if the community likes your pick or not. Oh, boy. All right, let me take a look at this other order here for Waffly. Oh, God bless. Waffly, yours ain't going to make it either. Damn. Yeah, yours ain't going to make it either. Yours hasn't even shipped yet. Oh, God. You know what? But that's what happened here, Tarpy. This order came in late, too. This order came in on February the 10th. So, yeah, it hasn't even shipped yet.
I think part of the problem now is you were saying like the last date to get anything shipped was like 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah. Well, that they told me when I went on and made the order, it said guaranteed delivery by the 18th. You know, so but even my order that I made on the 8th is not going to get here by the 18th. So that's unfortunate.
And they said guaranteed?
Well, I mean, that's what it said when I made the order. Yeah. Because I also paid
get your shipping costs back.
Well, I was going to say I'm going to probably try because for my bulk order, I paid for expedited shipping, which was not cheap.
So did I. By the way,
I paid $96 in shipping for my order. For my order.
Yeah. I ordered on
those cat shirts. Go Pats.
Sorry, Pats.
The 8th and got it on the No, I ordered it on the 8th and got it on the 13th.
That's insane.
But I did expedite. Yeah.
Yeah, see, he got his in 5 days and it's delivered. Yeah, I see that. Yours is done. I just don't understand that. I don't understand.
What is wrong with
What
you?
was the
location for him?
Yeah, I was going to say what was the return address on yours, Putz? I think the return address actually shows as my PO box. Does it show where it's shipped from?
No, I threw that away.
Let me see.
I have no idea.
Actually, no, I can see it. It came from San Diego. So that's still in the U.S. I don't understand. Putz is shipped from San Diego. Let me check the others, where they shipped from. Can't tell because that hasn't shipped yet. Let me look at a different one. Tarpy, yours shipped. Doesn't have a location. I don't have a location. It's got to be location based.
That's been my issue.
Yeah, it's got to be location based.
But if Putz got his from San Diego, you'd think mine would get here.
Yeah.
Before his.
You would think, but I mean, I don't know. Killer says, where in San Diego? I'll go show up and yell at him. Here's the thing. We use our Shopify store uses Printful. They've got distribution hubs all around the world. So it depends on the shirts and the color and the merch that you order as to what warehouse they fulfill from. Because Shopify Printful through Shopify has a couple of dozen distribution points. So it depends on what you order and the colors that you order, et cetera, et cetera. Putz also ordered not black T-shirts. So that could have been a reason, like his color was in better supply or something like that. That could have been a thing too. I don't know.
Mine also had a couple stickers in it. So it was like combining stuff is probably why mine took forever.
Could be. It could be. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's disappointing. I'm really sorry, guys. We'll just have to order a little bit sooner next year. Nelson says, the area I am in, expedited shipping arrives the same as regular shipping. Yeah, that is typically how it is for me, but expedited did show 1 day earlier. So I did it because every day counts right now, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter. Doesn't look like it's going to help. So,
okay.
Disappointing.
We done?
Oh, yeah, we've been done. Is anybody online for us to raid?
Pumpkinhead is a new streamer.
Pumpkinhead? Pumpkinhead. Let's see.
Pumpkn.
Anybody know anything about Pumpkin Eater?
Broken Wolf suggested him.
Yeah, just blame Pack if you don't get your package on time. Same Pack.
He's doing augment stuff right now. Like early augment stuff too.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Who is it? Spell it for me again.
I'll
Plumpkin.
Type it in chat. No, yes.
With an L. Pumpkinhead. Here
It's
it is.
in chat.
Pumpkinhead.
In Twitch chat.
All right, let me take a quick peek at this thing here real quick.
Looks G3, G4.
Is that where you want to go?
G2, G3 maybe?
You guys want to go there, or you want to go?
It's an STFC streamer.
It is an STFC stream, so we could go check that out. Or
one person.
I mean, we'll blow his mind if we go over there. He's on server 89, so obviously he's been playing for a minute. You want to go there? You want to go there, or you want to go see Bafty? We'll do either one. You want to stick with Star Trek Fleet Command, or you want to go watch her play Arc
This
Raiders?
guy's Ops 28.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be a lot bigger deal for this guy
let's
than
go check
it
it
would
out.
be for Bafty.
That's right. Let's go check it out. That's where we're gonna go. We're gonna go visit an STFC streamer and see if we can make his day. You guys check it out. Let's see how it pans out. Okay. You guys give me the scoop on this guy. Let me click a song and we'll get ready to go. Thank you guys. Oops, wrong button. Thank you guys very much for all of your amazingness tonight. Yeah, lots of tattoos. Thank you. Guys, we'll be back with you no later than Wednesday. I will see about my packing progress tomorrow, and maybe we'll do a stream tomorrow. Now, I tell you, since we did STFC tonight, or Star Trek related things tonight, and Wednesday will be Star Trek, that means tomorrow will not be. Maybe I could do my packing, and tomorrow we could build some Legos. Would you guys be interested in doing that tomorrow, maybe? Not playing games and just doing like some Lego stuff or hanging out, running through some last-minute tests on the backpack. We could do that. It's whatever you guys want to do. I could do a packing stream. God, I hate doing that. Tarpy has seen how I pack my suitcase. It's not pretty. So, I don't know. I'll think about it. Fortnite, maybe. Could do that a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I get enough done off my checklist. All right? All right, guys. Let's go check out Pumpkinhead on server 89. You guys have a great night. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Tarpy, for hanging out. Thank you to our anonymous donor. You are a legend. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You guys have a wonderful night. We'll see you maybe tomorrow, definitely Wednesday. You guys brace yourselves. Big things coming. Good night, everybody.